Is that what kind of day it's going to be? Yeah.
Even the machines are a little slow this morning.
Man. I feel like I used to feel when we did afternoon drive. You know, come in, still drunk. Man.
I smell omelets, though.
Yeah. This is great. We actually have food cooking in here.
We're pretty lame, though, bro. We have really changed. I remember the days, instead of, like, two guys making omelets for the whole crew, we would have a bartender and shot girls.
Shot girls, yeah. Walking around with the test tubes full of shots. We'd be drinking. That's kind of hard to do in the morning. You got to be honest.
Our old show got so crazy that we hired a bartender and shot girls to come in every Friday. And we were doing so well for the company and the radio stations we were on that management just looked the other way and said, do whatever you want, just make sure the ratings keep coming in. And we actually had a guy that was a bartender, and we'd have like 20 people in studio, and he would mix up whatever you wanted. And then it got to the point where we had shot girls walking around with test tube shots and Jell-O shots during our radio show.
It was great.
Now you have omelets.
Now we have omelets.
You guys sound like you guys sound like the reformed poor.
Yeah.
Like, I used to be crazy. I'd bang like 6 guys a night. But now I want a 5-star dinner, and you're not even going to get...
I met the right guy. Did ya? Yeah. That's us all over. But, man,
yeah, where do we begin?
We had one of those nights, where you couldn't just... couldn't go home during our normal bedtime hours of 7 p.m. like a 5-year-old.
I made it to 10:30.
Did you?
I still haven't seen the Letterman appearance.
You didn't make the appearance?
No, I tried to. I was so freaking wiped.
I couldn't sit there anymore and listen to everybody because everybody else saw it.
Yeah.
We were the only people that didn't see it. We were in it, but we didn't see it.
We saw the whole show except for our appearance.
For us. And
we're sitting in that green room and watching Dave try to say our names. I guess he cut that out of the live show you're telling me?
Yeah.
He had a tough time saying Opie and Anthony.
It's very hard. A lot of people say Opie.
A
lot of people say and Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Opie.
I saw it. You guys look great. Look really,
Thank you, sir.
Really relaxed. And I got to admit, I was watching with one eye.
The one eye action.
I was like going, uh-oh. I think that was one of those could go either way.
I know, you're like, oh boy, you don't want this to bomb. Oh, don't bomb. That's all you go into those things thinking too. It's just, all right, look, your expectations are so low. You go, as long as we don't bomb, we did okay. Just don't bomb. Like you just want to walk out of there with no one remembering you were there, but no one, just nothing. Just walk out exactly like you walked in. Leave everything like it was. Like when you set up camp in the woods. Leave like you were never there. That's what you want. But, man, it really went well. It went better than I ever thought it could go.
I got to tell you, everyone's saying it was a home run.
Yeah.
Everyone is saying it was a home run. The people at Letterman, the people around us, our family, our friends, the O&A pests that were outside.
And everybody that works over there was so completely cool. Like, you get this impression of doing the show. And I said, like a couple of years ago, when Jimmy was doing, like, Leno or something, I said, I don't know how you do that. I go, I couldn't imagine standing in the wing waiting to go out without vomiting on my shoes or passing out or just something. You can't just walk out there without nerves just racking your body. So when I'm standing there and Opie's right there next to me, and it's just you become a complete individual. You are self-contained, and all you have is your own stupid thoughts in your head. As you're watching Dave go through the introduction, you're just there going, oh, my God, here I am. And how did I get here? And all these dopey things are going through your head like, oh, my God, in 1 second, I'm going to have to walk out here and do this.
Look at Paul Schaefer. He's right there.
There's Paul Schaefer. There's cameras. There's Dave. There's and now I got to walk into this maelstrom.
I always have to work up a healthy like fictional hatred for whoever's hosting the show, or else I'll be too intimidated.
Yeah,
anything.
Yeah, that son of a bitch.
The Byron Allen show.
Yeah, no,
hell with this guy. Oh, you on Real People? Whatever, buddy.
Who are you?
It helped when we were in the. What helped for me when we were in the green room and David Letterman couldn't say our names. I'm like, he's a stammering ass like me. This is gonna be easy.
This is great.
But when I was on the side of the stage, all I was thinking, I'm pissed off. I never saw Paul Schaefer.
No,
and he was right to the right.
Yeah, I saw him.
All I was focusing on just getting to the couch without tripping over the tennis balls.
Well, we were warned 800 times. Apparently, Dave was doing one of his stunts last night, and because of the U.S. Open here in New York, he dropped just
5,000, I think.
Crap load, 5,000 tennis balls on the floor.
Yeah.
And it's weird because we were in the green room when they did it, watching it, and you felt the whole floor shake.
Yeah.
When it happened. And they were all over the place. And we're thinking, how are they going to clean that up?
I thought they were just going to get a bunch of guys with brooms.
Or get them out of the way. It's like, how do they clean that up before we come out? Because we're coming out like next. They don't. They get 20 people that go, please be careful walking through the tennis ball. I can't tell you how many people told us to watch out walking through the tennis ball.
But that made it great. Instead of us walking and awkwardly waving.
Because we went through that. It goes through your head. You're like, when we walk out, what do you do? What do you do with your hands? Do you wave to the crowd? Do you, just extend your hand too soon to shake Dave's hand? Like, the second you walk out, your hand is out? I got a mile to walk here, but I'm just going to keep my hand out in case Dave meets us halfway. So the tennis balls helped. We like kicking them around a little bit and trying not to trip over them.
No, it really helped when we were on the side of the stage, too. They were in commercial break. And the producers were talking to Dave there, and all of a sudden he looked toward the the side stage.
Yeah.
And he made eye contact with us, and then he got up and he walked over, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh my god.
He's coming over. What are we doing
He's coming
wrong?
over to say hi, and all of a sudden
he's telling us we're cut for the night. What happened?
Yeah. All of a sudden he reaches his hand out. He goes, I'm Dave, and I want to say no ass, no kidding.
Yeah.
And he shook our hand, and then that really helped too.
Yeah, he walked.
Even though that was quick,
shook our hands, and then walked back to the chair. So it's like, all right, that's cool. That's cool. But you're in just like panic mode.
You guys still have the adrenaline is still going. You're hearing you guys talking like
adrenaline, alcohol, whatever you want to call it.
Oh yeah.
You know what's funny about walking out and not knowing what to do with your hands? That's like when you come out and do stand-up and they don't want you to use a mic. I did one time and I had a lapel and it was just like, it's like your security blanket. I was waiting for you guys to come out with like the headphones still on. One of these long little microphones.
A big mic stand to just move around as we're talking.
We should rewind a little bit. So we got off the air yesterday. We had to get off early to do the pre-interview, and we did it at XM in the office on the speakerphone with one of the producers. And
it went really well.
It went so well, it was scary because she was belly laughing the whole time.
Yeah, really like.
Where I'm looking at Anthony like, what is this? Is she just...
do they do this with everybody to make them feel good, or are they really laughing?
Or is this real? And then I went back to the hotel and crashed. You went back to your hotel and crashed.
Yeah, I made a mistake, though, that Opie never makes. Opie doesn't care, about news or maybe... I don't know. I have to have my phone on.
No.
Have to have it on all the time. Opie shuts his off, so I get a call, and, mucho apreciado to Hugh Pinero, our huge boss over at XM Satellite Radio, but I was sleeping, trying to sleep. I'd been up since 3 in the morning with my eyes just wide open looking at my ceiling in my bedroom, The whole week I couldn't sleep. And then I finally get to sleep after the show for just a couple of hours because we got to be over there by 3:30.
That's crazy to keep your cell phone on. It's bound to ring.
Yeah.
And with me, if the phone rings, I'm up for good. I can't go back to sleep.
I know, but
the only people going to call you is some relative telling you that somebody died, and they're dead. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do.
It isn't even so much family emergencies that I'm worried about. It's like our agent calling with something.
But even that could wait. I proved that point.
Yeah, see.
We were going through
what are you going to do at 3 in the morning? Unless they're calling you to say your apartment is on fire.
This was after the show. This was at about... I guess 1 in the afternoon.
I could almost
sleeping.
I could almost understand keeping your phone on when you go to bed, because the odds of it ringing a lot in the middle of the night.
Oh, and it rings at 3 in the morning. You just answer it. What? What? Who? Info quickly. 3 words. What is this?
Which hospital?
Yeah, something.
Right.
Who's dead?
It rings at 3 in the morning. You answer, which hospital?
Oh, you just hope for a
just
Hispanic
know.
voice on there going, Carlos, no, wrong number.
Right.
Oh, thank God, you stupid ass.
I can't go through that, so I just turned the phone off. I have
No,
to.
Hugh called to, wish us well and everything, and that was all fine, but I don't know if he even knew, because I answered the phone like, oh, yeah, Hugh, what? Yeah, good, thanks. What? And like at that point you would think he'd go, oh, okay, you're sleeping, sorry to wake you, just good luck, go back to sleep. And before I come out of my actual sleep, then I could get back to sleep. But he's just, hey, this is fantastic, gonna be great. Yeah, hey, I'm really coming out of my sleep zone here. Could you hang up? Let me just go back to sleep. I got a show to do.
I had that was one of 10 messages on my cell phone. So that would have kept me awake.
It rang again, but I didn't even wake up for it. It was my brother Joe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like, guys,
really?
I'm trying to sleep. But, then just getting ready. And like I said, I am nervous Nelly right up until go time. Like, so the getting ready portion, the looking at the clock, and I'm calling out times like it's a shuttle launch because I want to make sure my girlfriend, who is perpetually late, like for getting dressed and everything. So I knew the cars were going to be downstairs at 3:30 for us.
Yeah.
So I'm like, 6 minutes. She goes, I just got to put my top on, everything. Don't worry about it. I'm like, 3 minutes. My hair, I'm brushing my hair.
T-minus.
I go, and now, go time. We got to go. Meet downstairs in the lobby. Everyone's down there.
Yeah.
And
that's when I was starting to get real psyched.
It was psyched, but again, I'm nervous Nelly, so I get all nerve-wracked.
Wait to see
Opie
my
showed
pictures.
me a picture. It was great. It's me and Opie in the back seat of the Escalade, and Opie's just kind of looking, and I got this horrific, like there should be an Al-Qaeda flag and masked men behind me with knives. That's the look I have on my face. Like, please, I have a family. Release me. Yes, American imperialist pigs are here. That's my face. I'm horrified.
Got on the orange jumpsuit.
Just terrified.
Right.
Oh, my God, they're going to cut my head off.
Wait till you see all the pictures from my camera. There's some beauties on there.
But now here's the difference between doing any other show we've ever done. From the time we pulled up, the drive over, I'm all nervous and everything. But we pulled up.
Nervous? You're yelling and screaming because we had 2 Escalades. We were in the lead car.
Yeah.
And then we had
a decoy, and then
and then we had an Escalade for all the people we worked for, our 3 or 4 different bosses,
security, and
who knows. And they didn't make the light, and Anthony is just losing his mind.
I'm like, how do you not make the light? How do you not make the light?
We only had to drive, 3 blocks?
I was 3 blocks away. But then we're sitting there waiting, and I'm like, what's taking them so long? You blow the light. And then they whipped around.
No, it's great.
First, because I'm all like I'm jumpy. I'm all nervous and stupid. Everything's annoying me.
What's the worst nightmare you were having of how that was going to go?
That I would be in the wings, throw up, and they announce my name. I walk halfway out and pass out on the stage. And they got to, cut. What do you do? Cut. And it makes the news things. Shock jock collapses on stage of Letterman after vomiting. It was awful in my head.
Getting back to the Escalade, we leave the hotel, and there's no left turns in most of Manhattan.
Yeah, you can't
especially around rush hour,
especially main roads like 57.
So the driver's he's ready to go all the way around Columbus Circle, which was ridiculous. Mm-hmm. And a certain person goes, "Hey, make the left," and the guy goes, "I can't, it's illegal." And this certain person goes, "I'm a cop. You could do whatever you want."
I'm a cop. Do it.
This driver got so excited. He went.
Oh yeah.
He took a left on a red light.
He was taking Starsky and Hutch moves.
Yeah, he's like
sliding around.
He got a free pass and he was going to take advantage of it, man. He had a lot of fun in those 3 blocks.
And we pulled up to just a crap load of pests and fan support that was unbelievable outside of the theater.
Well, they showed up.
Sullivan Theater.
They showed up because we told them we would pay them to show up. Let's be honest with everybody.
We did. We said we had $1,000 and we were just going to hand it out to the crowd.
And so many of the Letterman people, when we got inside, they're like, "What was with the money?" And it was all $5 bills, so it was impressive.
Yeah.
It wasn't dollar bills. And they're like, "What was with the money?" And I said, "Well, we have to feed the pests. That's our new thing.
We got to
feed
fed.
them. We have to feed them to make sure they, continue to support us."
You know, when you have a
need
tiger,
a good feeding.
a lion and tiger act,
yeah,
you don't send the trainer in there with hungry animals. And that's how we felt. We fed them so they don't turn on us.
Right.
And they know that when we're done and come out, they'll still be there, perhaps expecting more money.
That worked out
and
well.
It worked good for the press because they were all there.
And I didn't know they were filming that for the show. I saw a camera guy out there. I didn't know they were going to use that as like a bumper. We get out of the Escalade and we got like, I have 500, Ann has 500 all in ones. I think it was more than $1,000. I thought I had 1,000 myself.
I know, it was a big stack. And Opie's handing them out. Like a couple at a time here and there. And I just I started doing that, and then I'm just like, screw this.
Well,
I'm taking handfuls and throwing them into the crowd, doing what they told us not to do. Yeah. Going to make a riot.
Well, because I realized
throw money into crowds.
I realized it was going to take forever to hand out these fives.
So I'm just winging handfuls into the crowd, causing like injuries. Some of the pests that'll go nameless. There was one that a girl bent down to grab a stack of a few fives, and one of the guy pests just like almost punched her and grabbed him out of her hand. It was hysterical.
It was unbelievable. But thank you for everyone that showed up outside the theater there.
And that kept my mind off of it because, again, nervous Nelly.
Yeah.
And then they walked
We fed off their energy big time.
Yeah.
It was so good to see that many people out there.
A lot of cameras, a lot of the paparazzi, as they call it, snapping pictures like crazy. And they walk in, and then from there on, it is completely organized. They run a tight ship. They know exactly what's going on. They take you up to the dressing rooms, which then you got to look at like pictures on the walls of Bob Dylan, the Stones, the Beatles, the Supremes, and it's like, yeah, and us.
And Opie and Anthony.
You realize the history that went on in that theater, and then two jackasses are going to make their way out on stage at some point.
How about we do this? Why don't we take our first break, and then we'll continue with what was going on inside the Letterman Theater.
Yes, and the fact that I did abide by the Luke Wilson rule.
Yeah.
Which worked out very well.
The CBS people weren't happy. I'm like, relax, it's one.
Screw that. What CBS?
Or two.
Wait, you mean the Letterman people or the people that were with us?
Some of the people with us associated with this radio station.
Don't worry about it.
We'll get into it in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Also, we got to talk about how my brothers and my sister were getting yelled at by the pages.
Almost thrown out of the show that their brother's on.
Yeah. We got to talk about the $1,000 bottle of wine. We got to talk about Bob Eatman at the bar with the U.S. Open on the TV.
And later in the room.
I like how the interview was going great, and Opie's instinct to somehow always make it like this could go awful. He sees the tennis balls. He's like, can we throw them into the crowd?
Yeah.
No, they're going to throw them back.
Let's do something that could perhaps get someone killed and get us all fired. Shock Jock gets David Letterman fired after 30 years on the air.
All right, we're just getting started.
He was really like, no,
they'll throw it back. Like anyone knows,
he knew I meant it too.
If you throw something into the crowd, it comes flying back
twice
at you.
As hard. By the way,
doesn't matter. You could throw gold doubloons, and the idiot will throw them back at your face.
Speaking of which, someone is saying, let's go to Bubba in Boston. Bubba, go ahead.
Hey,
go ahead. Rain on my parade. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, congratulations last night.
Thank you.
Fans, I was watching to see if you bombed or not.
Of course.
You didn't, Anthony.
Thank you, sir.
But, yeah, when you came out, Opie, you were throwing like a sissy, man.
Is that a rule of thumb? Never throw anything unless you're a pitcher?
Dude, I'm... Whatever.
Well, you came out
whatever, ass.
I have to defend this now. I played sports my whole life. Trust me, I don't throw like a girl ass.
Well, why'd you throw like a girl on national TV?
You can't throw it hard. I was trying to just lightly throw it toward the camera.
The audience is like 8 feet away, and you're going to wind up a fastball.
Take a crow hop, hit the cutoff man. Some old lady from Wisconsin just takes it in the face.
Takes it off the forehead.
Yeah.
Leaves with a big red mark on her head.
I was lobbing it at the camera like this. With a little soft touch. That's all I was doing, Bubba.
All right.
I will have a throwing competition with you any day of the week.
Bring it.
Bring it on.
Next time we're in Boston, I'm looking you up, Bubba.
How many games back are you, ass? Shut up.
Go Mets.
All right.
Best team in baseball.
I wasn't going there, but okay.
Thanks for raining on my parade.
All right, punching out. Oh.
Maybe one day you could be happy for us.
Maybe one day, no bitching. Maybe one day,
One
just
lousy
be happy
day.
for us. Creep.
I had the tennis balls in my hand, and what I was trying to do was bounce it up toward the camera.
Yeah.
And I actually hit the camera guy in the chest. He wasn't happy.
I don't think he was happy with that. Opie, why didn't you throw the ball? Why'd you throw the balls? Why didn't you just lay them on your nose?
Point, though. Yeah, the audience.
Bastards.
You know, it looks a lot different on TV, obviously. You know, the whole thing is so small.
Mm-hmm.
When you're there live.
The upper deck, it's like if you were at the edge of the stage, you could jump up and grab onto it.
Yeah.
But on TV, it looks like you're in this massive theater, and like Paul Schaefer's a football field away. It's all right there.
Everything's very condensed.
So like Bill's saying, what was I supposed to do? Just like hurl one at some fat babe from Oklahoma?
Like that Dave Parker throw from the warning track in the All-Star game. No bounce, just right to the catcher.
That's what he wanted.
Well, it's funny. Anytime you do those, no matter how good it goes, somebody's going to say something. I did Letterman.
Right.
I went great. I was psyched. And then I got one person just writes like, I can't believe you wore a suit. Why'd you wear a suit? And then like one person sees that and then they all just tag it.
Yeah.
Bunch
Why'd
of
you wear a suit?
Well,
that's just scumbags.
Yeah,
Can't just be happy for one
Letterman's
day.
going to come over in this $5,000 suit and I'm going to stand there in T-shirt and looking like I won a contest.
I'm going to wear my fog hat shirt.
Speaking of which, Ant and I, if you haven't seen it yet, we decided to wear, very nice jackets because we have a horrible reputation that we're trying to turn around a little bit.
Wonderful jacket supplied by Joseph Abboud.
That's right. So I got a lot of email overnight and got a lot of calls, whatever, everyone checking in. Steve Kingston, one of our old nemesis. Nemesis. This is his email. This is his email this morning. Subject, tennis balls. You guys killed him on Letterman in spite of the jackets.
The jackets. See, I love the jackets.
Sorry, Steve.
Why can't everyone just be happy for us today? They always got to find one dumb thing.
Didn't want to dress like a slob, number one. Number two, just heard over years how notoriously freezing cold it is in there. And the last thing I needed with nerves and cold was to be shivering with my teeth chattering as I'm trying to talk. So the jacket worked perfectly as an insulation from the cold. And it looked really good. It's something, we don't do often. We don't dress like that. It's a special occasion. And what are you going to walk out in? A ripped up concert T-shirt that's a midriff top because it's been washed so much? Yeah, I'll wear my Rush T-shirt from 1978, you jerk. What are you wearing?
Just be happy today.
Be happy for us. Just negative Nelly ass. Can you just be happy?
All right, Bill Burr in studio. Are we promoting anything, Bill?
I got nothing.
I got nothing.
No, you're going to be a week from today. We're broadcasting live from WISP in Philly. We're going to take over Philly next weekend, and we have the O&A Traveling Virus a week from Saturday. Bill Burr's part of that. One of 10 comedians down
Bill's
there.
been killing.
Yeah, can we talk about that show and
absolutely
the stuff bleeding into the monitors?
Yeah.
Get him off. Get him off. That's what I'm hearing in my final joke.
CNN not the only people with live mics backstage.
Yeah. We'll talk about that. That's another story for later this morning. The headline, though, for the O&A Travel and Virus Show in Camden, New Jersey, for all the Philly people, $10 lawn seats through Monday, I think. Monday at 5, that special ends. So get your lawn seats for $10 for the O&A Travel and Virus, and all the info is up on opieandanthony.com if you don't know what that's about yet, okay?
Nice.
Bill Burr filling in for Jim Norton. We'll be back. It's the O&A virus spreading across America. What happened to the potatoes?
I have no idea.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show, the O&A virus spreading across America. Bill Burr in studio today for Jim Norton. Norton's playing the Improv in Addison in Dallas all weekend long. Hopefully he'll check in today.
People on Pal Talk got to hear the Hannity show during a commercial.
I know, man. We were talking about Letterman.
We talk about all kinds of things during commercials.
I leave the studio to take a leak. I come back and there's an all-out, discussion.
Me and Bill have some really great, passionate discussion.
That was a
argument
discussion.
going on about New Orleans.
It all up and it was just basically a discussion.
It's a nice discussion.
Yeah. I come out and there's an all-out discussion.
Me and Bill have great respect for each other, I think.
There's just sentences flying around.
But the
no, it was
our
intense.
points of view are a little different. That's all.
Yeah,
but
we get
I respect his point of view and everything, and I enjoy having a nice conversation with.
Well, now you got to bring it onto the air because
it was just about New Orleans, and
I don't know if you have a good perspective of New Orleans. Usually, when we're on the road, you stay in the hotel like most of the time.
Yeah.
And then you see Bourbon Street and you assume that that's New Orleans.
No. I've seen other parts of New Orleans. And even Bourbon Street during Mardi Gras, I've seen some people being assaulted by some of the locals. That really put me off.
We were up in a balcony. We saw some ugly stuff, Bill. I got it.
Without a doubt.
But we were talking about the rebuilding of New Orleans after Katrina a year ago. So they're rebuilding, and Mayor Nagin and a few other people are pissed off that industry, big business as they like to call them, these faceless, nameless, just buildings, come swooping in to buy up a lot of this land that is now very cheap, redevelop it, and make a profit, make money. But these are all carpetbaggers is what they call them, right? But these are also industry and people that will employ people that live in the area, people that were jobless, and other people, as I got, Bill's opinion seemed to be, let's rebuild it the same way it was with tin shack shanties and bring the poor people back, so it could be a crap hole like it was for the past.
Never said that.
Well, then who's going to make it better?
No, my whole thing is they're just sitting there and they're acting like, we're trying to get the funds together. It's like you're not. You know those people are broke. You're just waiting until they finally just say to hell with it
and stay where they are.
Not coming back.
They've evac to Houston and other places.
Having traveled around the country, it's nice to be able to go to a city that actually still has some sort of uniqueness to it, and they're going to turn that into like a food court.
The only place,
and they'll keep Bourbon Street the way it is, huh?
That's
you got balconies.
Fine. You know
beads.
something? That's fine because that's the only place that is unique. Is Bourbon Street, the very limited surrounding area, because it's very New Orleans. That's what people know. They weren't going to the 9th Ward. They weren't going down there to that wasn't the tourist attraction. That was get your head caved in area. That was poor people living in crap holes. Who wants to build that back? Mayor Nagin is so pissed off at the fact that industry wants to come in there, and as he sees it, take advantage of the poor that have been displaced.
But isn't that what America's all about?
Exactly what they're doing, though.
Is it? I don't think it is. Their property has been decimated. They're going to get money for it, for whatever it's worth. Sorry, it wasn't the big business hurricane that came in and tore up their property.
No, dude. Obviously, I'm not saying that.
Should they all get brand new houses on the taxpayers' dollar? Is that what should happen?
No. Well, should 5 guys get to go in and own the whole thing and just wait these poor people out? I'm saying these guys are allegedly in our country. We ought to help them out.
These 5 guys will go in, develop the property, increase the value, give these people jobs.
Why can't we have
so they can come back?
Why can't we have a liberation in New Orleans?
A liberation?
Like we're doing in Iraq.
We're
what? Liberating those people. Let's go
we are liberating
them. Why don't we go down there and spend a
Well, you know something? Maybe those 5 people can develop it so that crime isn't running rampant like it is in Houston now for some strange reason. The past year, crime in Houston has just shot through the ceiling. I wonder what that's all about. What has happened in the past year in Houston that made crime go up? Let me think. I'd rather have the faceless 5 people that you named. And by the way, I want to know who these 5 people are that you're naming, that you're not naming.
That's where it begins, though?
Is that where it begins?
You're saying these people are just these bad people and that they just steal because they just steal. And if you put them anyway,
because they've been impoverished for years.
Right. So my thing is,
bring in jobs for the people.
Oh my God. Okay, that's exactly what they're going to do. Dude, they're not. They're going to build houses and sell them to rich people. That's what they're going to do.
Do you honestly think they're just going to build mansions and a bunch of rich people are going to move into New Orleans? Oh, my God,
of course they are. They're going to turn everything into, like flats. They're going to have, like those... They just turn everything into
we're on opposite ends of the spectrum because I'm picturing your point of view.
Great view of the levee.
See, that's your point.
Luxury apartments.
There's a middle ground
here. But the rich people,
that's what they're going to do.
They're going to have to want to live there, though.
Right, and they're not going to want to. There's a middle ground here between tin shanty shack is in my head, super mansions in your head. There's a middle ground of industry, business. This is an opportunity to take a disaster and turn it into something good. Make the city of New Orleans something besides a crap hole, which is what it's been for years. The only reason people know of Bourbon Street is that's the only place there was to go where you felt safe, where there was anything entertaining to do. It was all about poor people living in crap and in squalor. Now, why can't these 5 people, I want names, come in, build some
Dude, you know what
businesses.
I'm saying, though. No, but you know what I'm saying. It's like there'll be like basically 5 big contractors or whatever, 4, 6, 8, I don't know. But there'll be basically, as it always goes, a few guys will make a ton of money.
Yeah, they're going to make a ton of money, but that's capitalism and business. What are they supposed to do? Hey, we're a nonprofit organization. Let's just build these people houses on the government dime.
But this is what I'm saying. These people allegedly are in our country. They're our own people. They lost their houses. We got all this money and stuff. Why don't you help them out? Rather than just go, all right, to hell with you guys, wherever the hell you end up, and we're just going to redo this over nicer and build these houses that these people who used to live there won't be able to afford.
So you just want to build what they kind of had before on the government dime, on the taxpayers' money, so they could come back and live with no jobs, high crime, no education, instead of this business, this evil big business coming in, maybe making an area that now the taxes will go up because rich people, like you said, and I'm not talking rich mansions, but wealthier people move in, get better schools built, and maybe attract people that are a little more affluent that build an area.
You're not solving any problem there. So what about all those people who initially had crap schools and crap houses? You wait till they get all washed away, and then they go somewhere. You still have that problem.
But they're not living now in a collection of poverty. They're living in areas now. They're dispersed. The trouble is when you get a bunch of poor people that tend to live in clusters. That's where the problem areas are. They've been dispersed around the country. Now they can assimilate into areas.
Nice apartments, and you put a TGI Fridays there, and then the problem goes away.
The evil TGI Fridays, man. What's wrong with Fridays? I never go there.
Dude,
but
you know what's wrong? You know what's wrong? Those people they're American citizens. A disaster happened, and nobody did anything.
Nobody did anything.
They didn't do anything.
No tax money went down to help that out.
I guarantee you that if that happened in a nicer neighborhood, that would have gone down completely differently.
I won't disagree.
Completely differently.
I won't disagree because we have to keep the tax money coming into the country in order to live. So if you have an affluent area that gets a disaster, of course you want it rebuilt. It's contributing to the country. New Orleans, you know what was contributing? Bourbon Street. What was rebuilt first? What was taken care of? The part of the city that made money. The rest of it isn't making money. That's why it's still houses in the middle of the street and people not going back home.
Oh, I thought it was because they were waiting them out.
You think big business is waiting them out till they're going to sell? What are they going to do? Is Rasmus going to come back with a hammer, nail, and Jimmy Carter to help build his house back up? It ain't going to happen. They've relocated. Give them money for their property and let them build something that's going to bring in more tax money and make the city more affluent so they don't have to evacuate people to a stadium that falls apart.
Yeah, but you're making it sound like everybody down there was flat broke and everybody was a crook.
Most people were.
They weren't.
Most people were.
Most of them were.
Most of the police
this is
force?
Like me going the 5 people to rebuild it. If I can't say that, then how can you just be like, most of them were?
I only said most because you said 5 people.
I live in New York. No, you did.
Yes,
you only said that because I just brought that up.
Okay. But now I have an excuse. You just said 5 people.
But we were on Letterman last night.
Wasn't it great? I love our discussions, Bill. They're very heated and passionate.
But there was no.
You brought me a book.
Hold on, I like the point Bill makes though about
you don't.
The point about how New Orleans has a uniqueness to it. I like that about New Orleans when we did go down there.
Where the hell did you go and see a uniqueness?
I walked around a little bit in the French Quarter.
How far did you go?
Exactly.
Then I checked out
that music, all that stuff that's come out of there. It's a unique city, dude. Every city I go to, it's a bunch of fat people sitting in a cheesecake factory. Every single city, there's nothing different. New Orleans was one of the few ones left, and I swear to God, it's going to be one big food court. And then you know what they'll have? They'll have this little jukebox, and you press a button, and a CD comes down and play like Louis Armstrong.
Then huzzah to progress, my friend.
I didn't see any Starbucks. I saw like just a local coffee shop, and there was something nice about that.
But that
I'm with Bill.
doesn't
I'm with
have
Bill
to,
when it comes to that.
That doesn't have to go away.
I'm not one of these psycho lefties where I'm not acting like that wasn't one of the most terrifying cities to go to.
Yeah.
And that when I walked down Bourbon Street, I didn't feel like, hey, I'm cool here, but if I go 10 feet to the right or the left, someone's going to stick a chicken foot into the side of my neck. I'm not saying that I didn't feel that, but to sit there and act like all those people down there were bad people and to just watch their whole lives get washed away and then just be like, well, you know what, we really can't make any money off of you, so this isn't like finance. Then it comes to the point of, then what the hell do you pay taxes for? What are you doing all that stuff for? When it really comes down to it, you're just going to keep hooking up this. If you're in this tax bracket,
right,
you get to make an absolute fortune off of the misery of all these other people.
I see what you're saying. I'm not saying. Okay, let me rephrase that. They're not bad people, but a lot of people were very impoverished. They were so poor and so black. I was just borrowing Wolf Blitzer's line. Wolf Blitzer.
Horrific.
Do you really think there's a big opportunity there?
There's a huge opportunity there to make New Orleans
and make it better, but
a better city.
Property? How could you make any money off of that?
Exactly. Where are the casinos?
Dude, those guys, that's what I'm saying. What I can't stand about that stuff is that the levees are breaking and all these people are drowning and stuff. There's a certain segment of people just going, ka-ching, as they're watching these people float down the street. It's
unfortunately, brilliant. You're right, but that's
I know
the way.
Really is bad when I'm right sometimes.
That's unfortunately, Bill's right, but that is the way things have gone for many years. People do profit off of disasters. But the best you can hope for is that the profiteering helps out in the long run, that people will then be employed. Instead of sitting there in shanty towns with nowhere to go, there'll be places that you can go and get a job. There'll be a Walmart to go to, even though everyone hates the Walmarts. But how about people getting jobs? How about instead of just the French Quarter, they're supposed to employ during a 3-week period everybody from New Orleans? It doesn't work.
That?
You got to start that.
All I said was,
you didn't say that.
Hey,
but there's
a bunch of stuff happened to these people. Why don't we help them out?
Help them out. Go ahead. How much you got on you?
What do you mean how much
I got
on you? I got what they take out of my check every week. Why don't you put it toward
those
that?
Have to go to bombs.
We need more Jeeps.
Jesus Christ.
We're getting ready to attack Iran. That's where that money.
What do you want to see? A house being built for a poor person, or that camera eye view of a tank being blown up?
Nice, right?
I love it. My tax dollars. I bought a fin for a rocket. That's where my tax dollars went for the past year.
All right, you guys aren't allowed to talk during the break. We gotta set rules.
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
We gotta set rules.
What do you want to talk about? The tennis balls again on Letterman? You had a great performance.
There are people suffering, man.
You look... I was all prepared to go back into the Letterman thing. You're the guy guiding the show.
Billy Burr. We got us a crusader.
Wait, you know what?
What's that, platoon?
Yeah. You guys got heated during the break. Of course you got to throw that on the air. That's what the show is all about. We're not going to make believe you guys weren't arguing about New Orleans during a 10-minute commercial break.
I love my discussions with Bill.
He brings up a great point about the uniqueness, though, because that is going away. When you travel, because we're traveling a lot these days, and you feel like you're in the same freaking city. Like, it's like, why even take a plane anymore? Just stay home and go, hey, this is Cleveland. Oh, okay.
That's great. Hop in your Chevy and drive down Route 66 and have a field day.
The only way you notice is
rather
whatever
take a
tourist
plane.
attraction is there. You'll have the Arch in St. Louis, and there's a Cheesecake Factory. You'll have the Space Needle in Seattle, and then there's a Starbucks. Right? Yeah, it's just...
when you travel...
Yeah.
Don't you like to see, like, the local stuff going on?
Let me tell you something. When I first traveled in 1974, and when I travel now,
high-speed internet.
When I look out of the window of first class, it still looks exactly the same. I see clouds and farmland. Nothing's changed in 30 years to me. From 35,000 feet, it all looks the same.
See, he doesn't leave his hotel. You don't leave your hotel.
Right. I want my foreigners to bring me room service.
Want to come out and feature? I saw you prowling the stage out there, PNC.
Yeah.
I actually caught him at one point. As you were talking to the crowd, he was prowling. He went, yeah. I was like, look at Anthony. He's going to start rapping up there.
That's right.
Yeah, boy.
Pacing like panthers.
Oh, damn, man.
All right, we got to take another break. We'll get back into the Letterman stuff, what happened backstage and stuff. Couple things that we want to get into, and then we'll move on to other things that is happening out there. Okay,
out in the world.
You want an omelet, Bill?
Yeah, they're cooking up some great food back here.
I had some wheat checks.
Wheat checks? Jesus. Really fast, tune in next week and find out how you can win the incredible new MacBook.
Yes.
Wheat checks, no sugar.
It has everything you need to explore all your creative possibilities, and you can take it with you wherever you go. Head to the Apple Store or apple.com to check it out. And I think we're giving some away to our listeners.
Absolutely.
Very good. And food provided by who, Than?
Basil Teas. Look at me getting all fancy. 1171 Hooper Avenue, Toms River, New Jersey. 732-244-7566, or visit them at www.basilteas.com.
Stupid us. We think it's just a great thing they came in to, cook us breakfast.
Yeah.
Tom's going to hit you up for advertising money. You know that, right? He's losing his mind in his office because you're getting free plugs because you're taking care of us.
Why can't they cough up for $50,000?
Right, for a minute. It's the day after Letterman. We're all tired.
Oh,
and very happy. It's just a nice thing they came in to cook breakfast. But I'm sure Tom's gonna, see how much money you got in your back pockets for advertising.
Man, it's a shakedown. See.
All right, it's the ONA virus spreading across America. Yeah, we're back with the Opie and Anthony show. The ONA virus spreading across America. Bill Burr sitting in for Jim Norton today. Hopefully Norton will check in. I think Club Soda Kenny's going to check in.
Of course he is. Has to know how GH is doing.
GH. He called Greg Hughes.
Oh,
yeah.
You need your cereal and blueberries, GH.
Is Mike here yet? He got instructions from Club Soda Kenny. Because Kenny's traveling with Norton down there in Dallas. Norton playing the Improv in Addison.
Funnier than Kenny at the end of the show, keeping the line going. Just yelling at the back of women's heads.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go, people. Let's keep it moving.
Move along.
Keep it moving. Our phone number, 1-866-313-FREE. That's 1-866-313-FREE.
The one day I come in here, hungover, tired. I made sure I wore long sleeves because it's usually 10 degrees in here.
It's really hot, right?
It's blazing in here now today. As Than tried. Than, did you figure out the thermostat?
No, it's because the guys are cooking omelets in the corner. They got
what, a nuclear reactor?
Yeah, no.
I mean, I understand a few hot plates, but Jesus Christ, we could offset it with a little air conditioning.
I like how everybody listened to that point for half a second, is that it? And I was just like, no. What are you, an idiot?
I don't know. They got a lot of stuff over there.
They're cooking eggs over there.
Turned on, man. They got a bunch of burners. They got they're keeping the steak warm.
They got their emerald shirts on.
They sure do. Because did you guys think you were on TV or something? You didn't need to wear that. As long as the food tastes good. Who cares what you look like? Phone number, once again, 1-866-313-FREE. Let's go to Pittsburgh and say hi to Mike. Mike, what's up?
What's going on, boys? How you doing?
All right.
Hey, man.
Hey, you did really good on the show last night. You look really good. No homo.
As long as you throw in the no homo, that's good.
Great, thanks.
Say we looked good.
Let's go to Buffalo. Harry, what's up? Harry.
Yeah, what's going on?
What's up?
Still dialing his phone.
I want to give a quick shout out to Buffalo real quick. Listen, where were you at? St. Louis last night. No, David Letterman. You guys put on a pretty good show there. The only thing I got a question about is what is up with that wave that Anthony gave at the end?
What, did I give a wave?
See, this is what sucks.
Just
be happy for us today.
I didn't wave properly.
You waved like a fag.
Yeah, very merry.
I throw like a girl, and you had a weird wave.
Did I wave?
How about you just be happy for us one day? That's all we ask. One lousy day, be happy for us.
It's not going to happen.
We know this show's all about picking each other apart and just getting ridiculously stupid and picky. But today, I ask, just be happy for us. One lousy day! One lousy day!
Can I ask him, what type of wave did I give? I don't remember.
You just gave the big old big hand, fingers spread wide apart. Hey, how you doing?
Fingers spread. I did. It was kind of like, hey.
I think he might have you on this. I like the way
he might have it, yeah. He described it really dumb. If I did that, I apologize to everybody that saw it. I should have closed my fingers tighter together and given a queen's wave.
Well, he was trying not to do the Nazi thing, and that's what.
Yeah, I know. Anything. Yeah, because I'm waving to the crowd. If I put my fingers together and, point it toward the crowd.
All right.
You know what's a nervous energy, too, in that situation is for some stupid reason. Even if you've never been in the military, you give a salute, and you just
hey, how you doing?
Why am I doing this?
Hey, just in case there's a general in the audience. Don't want to be brought up on any charges. Huh?
You should have gave him the 2 and the pink one and the stink wave.
Right, the shocker wave. That's what I'll do.
That's what we get from Buffalo. Harry's representing Buffalo today.
Harry is
Thank you, Harry. Let's go to Columbus and see if it's a little better. Tommy, what's up?
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey.
Hey, I just wanted to call in and say congratulations. You guys were great last night.
But
no buts.
Oh, all right.
Not yet. Had 2 questions for you.
Oh, here they are. Go ahead.
No, it's not going to be bad. I just had a question. When you guys came up, I know, Anthony, you did most of the talking. Is that something you guys talked about beforehand?
Nah, it's just the way it played out, really.
Anthony was in the power seat there.
Well, I know you said you were drinking and you're a little bit nervous. I didn't know if it was something to that.
Nah, it's just the way it worked out on that particular appearance. Next time, Opie will talk more. I'll talk less. It's just whatever. It's like the show. Whatever happens, happens.
It was hard jumping into the conversation from where I was sitting, to be honest with you. Because I think even Letterman's very used to just having the one guest right there next to him.
Yeah, so we'll sit on each other's lap next time.
There you go.
Real quick, my second question.
I was happy with my role.
Why were you sitting on Anthony?
Right.
Did you work that out beforehand?
That was a stupid wave.
I was happy just being there and sitting there. I was relaxed. I jumped in when I could.
I had somebody trash me off my HBO special when I finished. They go, "Did you have to do the point to the crowd? Who were you pointing at?" And I was like, and I was just
your
like,
mother.
I was like, my parents. Yeah. My parents came to the show and they were excited
them out. That I'm acknowledging them.
That I see them. Yeah. Yes.
Next time I'll huck a loogie on them. What are you supposed to do? They pick apart everything. My wave. My fingers were too far apart for that guy's liking. That's freaking me out.
Well, Nixon lost an election doing that. He didn't cross his legs. He sat there like a catcher.
Yeah. Let's go to Sonny Forelli in Boston. Sonny.
Hey, guys. Hey, congratulations, man. Listen, being that I'm a working stiff, owning a business and everything, I couldn't stay up late last night to watch the David Letterman show, man. Wanted to know if you guys were going to have it on opieandanthony.com.
Yeah, it's going to be up there. Steve's going to work on it a little later this morning. There's some pictures up there already that E-Rock took. I think there's our appearances on YouTube from a camcorder that was snuck into the audience.
That sounds familiar.
Go to YouTube and throw Opie and Anthony in the search.
They brought it.
So are they going to allow you? Are they going to allow you to put it on opieandanthony.com?
It'll get up there. It'll get up to YouTube, and that'll be it. So thanks, Sonny.
All right, good.
All right.
Congratulations again, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We were okay though, Sonny. Like nothing to pick apart.
No, hell no. You know me. I
all right.
Give credit where credit's due, man.
All right. It was just a lot of fun. I don't care who talked more. I don't care who got bigger laughs. I was just happy to be there.
Damn happy.
Hey, so we go inside. We should talk about some of the things that happened before, and then what they said after our appearance, and then we can finally move on to other things this morning.
Can we got Anthony argue in the middle of this and just?
Yeah, we'll just go into an argument about the man. Those 5 people.
You do the same. You're just like me. You don't read. You're just like me. None of us read. None of us taking a survey. I just throw numbers out.
It just absorbs. I absorb the information somehow.
Yeah.
Osmosis.
Same thing. What are you saying? All those people down there.
Right.
All of them. Every last one of them.
Everyone. Not one exemption.
Well, what happens is someone gives you a really intelligent point, and then it becomes your own.
Yeah.
Or you read it from a book.
Your own.
You pass it off as your own.
You read a dumb Michael Moore book or something. All of a sudden you think you have all the knowledge you need, and then you read the other side and go, "No, they're right. I'm taking their side."
I swear to God, like I'm sitting there going like JFK. There's no way one guy did it, and then this one guy just shows. They start showing
how it was done.
his shooting record. From 350 yards, he hit 48 out of 50.
Yeah,
right
and you go,
down the
all
center.
right, he did it alone.
Damn, he did it.
He did
And then 5 seconds later, they saw a shadow on the grass. You know, it was a conspiracy.
Right.
That's a sharp-shooting Patsy.
Yeah, then like halfway through, I'm just like, all right, I'm a moron.
All right. So they get us upstairs, like way upstairs, like 6 stories up. Right, I guess was the green room, the first green room.
Yeah. A lot of elevator rides and staircases.
Right, and that's where we just kind of sat for like 45 minutes and watched Dave start the show.
Mellow out and sent people out for beer. Here's what it is.
Beer.
We talked with Luke Wilson on the air, and I mentioned the whole Letterman thing, and he had done it before, of course. It's in movies. And I said, what do, you know, if you're nervous? He goes, dude, couple of beers. He likes Heineken. He said, a couple of Heinekens. But I said a couple of beers. And he goes, not too much. You don't go out there drunk and pull a Farrah Fawcett, where you're just like, you make all the reels. Although it could be good to make the reel every year when he has another anniversary. And remember there's Drunk Shock Jock that came out? He's mother effer, you're just cursing and ruin the show.
That never dawned on me that's why she was out of her mind. Like maybe she just had a few too many.
Yeah.
Because she was nervous. I guess no matter what level you get to, it's just like, don't bomb.
You gotta know.
Don't bomb.
Right. And when you're drinking to do anything. I've brought this up when I was on a dart league out on Long Island, and after a few beers, you shoot darts like you can't shoot any better. It's great, but you could graph this out. How many beers to your dart quality? After a certain amount,
then the
drop off is amazing. And it's the same thing. After a couple of beers, you can loosen up. You talk good. You talk good. You speak well. You loosen up.
Exposed who you really are. Just sitting there talking about world events. You're a drunk who plays darts. After about 5, man, I'm just feeling it.
I'm in the zone.
Once I have that 11,
6 or 7, forget it.
Once I have like 7 or 8 beers, I'm talking. These people should be tax exempt.
Yeah. But that's what they need to do in New Orleans.
But that's when it gets fun because then you start throwing the darts at like the light switches.
Yeah, the light sockets and
all that stuff. You decide to find more exciting targets in the bar.
You got to find the perfect ratio, and 2 beers is good.
So we're up there
over a certain amount of time too. You don't want to just we were up, wolf them down.
We were up there, and it seemed like an eternity before we were going to hit the stage. So Aunt got beers, and then we're watching Letterman. The show starts, and I got caught up in, we get to watch Letterman. I'm like, no, this is the show we're going to be on.
Yeah, it's weird watching the show in the afternoon. You're watching it like you're just watching an episode of David Letterman, and then it hits you again and again and again. It's like, oh, no, this is the one we're on. Oh, boy, we just said our name, and you're constantly getting that whoosh, whoosh in your stomach.
Yeah.
You start looking down at your watch in an hour. It's all going to be over.
It's going to be over. Okay, forget it. Be done.
You notice I kept going to the bathroom? I had to keep emptying my bladder, and then I emptied everything else out of me.
Oh,
Did you smell what I left behind? That was me.
You didn't.
I had one of those nervous...
turned it into the brown room.
Did that at the PNC show.
Really?
Oh,
that wasn't me over there. But
somebody took I got to do jokes in front of 11,000 people dump. And I got to tell you.
During last night's Top 10, when they were taping that, I was in the bathroom losing everything out of me. That's what happens to me, I guess, when I get nervous.
Yeah.
And I couldn't, there was no matches or nothing. It was, and I knew everyone was like, they knew what was going on in there. But I couldn't help myself.
They have some incense in there.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. So then we're drinking the beers, and then the producer comes up to do one last check of, all right, Dave might ask you this, this, and this. This went well in the pre-interview. I think we're going to go there.
Yeah, they give you a little sheet of paper with things on it that you talked about in the pre-interview. You just kind of throw that away.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah, that's how that works.
No, I'm not being a smarmy ass there. I'd never done panel. I always wondered how that worked.
Really?
Yeah, never done it.
You'd be good on panel. I don't understand why.
Because I don't have a television show.
I'll demand it next time.
I definitely got enough.
I think we got some pull now.
I tried to do a panel on Carson Daly. We pitched that to him when I had that live at Gotham that
Right.
I was hosting. They were just like, yeah, no.
Oh, yeah,
no. Okay.
That's not really a TV show. You're just hosting. You're
come on, funny man.
So we're in there, and we're just having a beer to relax, and some of the bigwigs from CBS Free FM here in New York come walking in to support us. And all I heard was, oh, no, they're drinking.
Oh, calm down.
And I had to explain, I'm like, we're just having one to mellow out.
I can drink and drive. Never mind do a talk show. Don't worry about it.
This certain person that's way up there in media relations, she was freaked out. I'm like, look, man, it's just one to just calm the nerves.
There's a limit. You drink a couple of beers.
I know. They're acting like you guys get fired every 6 months. So they should be relaxed.
Well, oops.
Yeah, I don't think they had high expectations for us.
If they had, if there was shots, let's say, there was a bottle of Jack back there, and we were just, taking shots right out of the bottle. Then I could see them worrying.
A nice shot of vodka would have helped.
Nah. See, that's over the top. That's real booze.
Just one shot.
Beer you can stretch out over time. Shots, you got to do them all at once. If you're there for an hour and you drink 2 beers within an hour, you're okay. You're doing fine.
Hey, how many shots can you have and then still play darts better?
Probably
2 or 3.
Yeah,
right.
3, but at 3, and then by 5, you're done. I was hitting like trip 20s. Now you're off the board.
Right.
You're hitting like the wooden wall. Dung.
Yeah.
He really is lunch pail Louie.
Oh.
Hey, let's get E-Rock on.
6 beers, my foosball, my right hand.
Hey. Don't talk about foos. I'm real good.
He'll kick your ass
in foosball, my friend.
This is such a classic Boston
I grew
game.
up in Huntington, Long Island. It was the law. Darts and foosball.
Dart leagues. E-Rock.
Yeah.
So what was going on in the audience as we were pounding beers backstage?
Well, I was sitting with your family up in the balcony. We were in the front row there, and the rest of the guys from the show were there, too. And the show's going along nice. Every time they mention you, your family decides to do everything that the pages tell you not to do during a live taping. They're making high-pitched noises because there's microphones right next to where we're sitting, so they're making the loudest noises possible. They're yelling woo and stomping and everything.
Wait, they tell you not to scream woo?
Yeah, not to scream woo.
They don't want it to sound like that live, tape of Good Times where you hear people like, oh, yeah, in the background. Like they didn't care what got out over the ambient microphone back then.
They want energy,
energy and applause.
But they don't want woo.
No woos.
No woos.
No woo-woos, no
woo-free
And they
zone.
tell you all this?
Yeah, no whistling, no all these different things that you can and cannot do.
My brothers are animals, by the way.
Yeah.
I knew they would help us by being in that audience, and we got them in the audience just to feed off their energy. My brother Elmo's in studio today.
The bimbo who...
fine people. The fine people
who describes what we can and can't do. You know, she described about whistling, and then she kept making a point of woo. Now, you at home, start screaming right now. What's your first thing? You're woo! Things like that are just natural. And these guys keep coming down the aisle.
At a lynching.
They're about to throw us out.
What was that?
Woo! Me, Quinn, Scott,
no
Brett,
yeehaws?
Sister. We're just yelling like maniacs for you guys. And they were all crazy.
Yeah, the pages kept coming down, and they almost kicked them out.
Yeah,
they almost kicked my
That's got to
family
be
out.
embarrassing having your family removed when you're on the show.
Yeah.
We're pointing, but we're with him.
Yeah.
It was just insane. It's like, aren't you used to this? Doesn't this happen every day? And the guy, no high. What's with the high noises? We don't know.
No high noises?
Yeah, we don't know the timbre or the timbre of our voices.
Yeah. Timbre.
You know, give me woo. I mean, it's a normal thing.
And every time the page came running down to talk to your brothers, the page is doing this. He's a big black dude, and he keeps going, what am I telling you? And he's waving his hands back and forth like he doesn't know what's going on, and he's about to cry. He's like, well, what did we tell you? Keep the noises down. What are you doing? And Quinn starts yelling, oh, go back and sit down, and just starts stomping even more. And
how close did Quinn come to punching someone?
Quinn did very fine.
Yeah,
He kept focused. He wasn't there for the bimbo, though, so you got to give him a little leeway. He came in later. He was in the green room, while the rest of us were stuck with the rubes from Topeka, who are really happy to be there. We just wanted to see our brother in it.
Why isn't Tom Selleck on? Who are these people?
And then it came time. We got our makeup from a lady that had her kid running around, and she had celebrity photos all over the walls. That was pretty cool. And then she told a creepy story about Warren Zevon, how his picture fell off the wall the day he died or something.
Yeah, they were playing a Warren Zevon song.
A Warren Zevon song.
And then his picture fell off the wall, some kind of haunting over there at the Ed Sullivan Theater.
Yeah, because I know if I died and I was going to explore anything, I'd go backstage to a talk show.
The makeup room.
I wouldn't fly over the city just to see what it looks like. To do that by myself.
Maybe you can do all that, though.
Maybe you got bored
time.
with that. I don't know. Let me knock a picture off the wall. I'm here.
And then that would be funny just to freak out people you know, just be tipping over stuff.
All right, I'm just going to knock that over and then I'll fly.
No, it was so weird, and then all of a sudden another producer comes to get us and goes, it's time. And you felt
the Green Mile.
That's what I was thinking. I felt like this must be how it feels before you're getting executed.
They come to get you.
They come to get you in that long elevator ride down.
Yeah.
And then we're standing on the side of the stage, and everyone's just looking at us like, who are these asses?
Yeah.
And then I'm looking out onto the set. We said this earlier. And they're talking to Dave during a commercial break.
Well, at first, too, they say, you want to stand on the set, like on the side, to get used to the cold, because it's really cold in there. Yeah. Everyone knows how
I didn't even
cold
notice.
It is. Didn't notice either.
Not a clue.
Like, what cold? Any sense of, like, temperature change on your skin just disappears with the nerves.
Yeah.
You just freak out. I think someone could, light a torch under you. You wouldn't notice.
And then the producers are talking to Dave, and all of a sudden, obviously, they said something about us because he turns to the side of the stage.
Yeah.
And we make eye contact. He gets right up and walks over. And that
shook our hand.
Like I said earlier, that really helped when he goes, hi, I'm Dave. I'm like, yeah, no crap.
We know.
I think we know that.
So you're saying even Owen Wilson has to have a couple of beers?
Yeah,
I wonder,
that freaked me out a little too.
Who is the most super confident person? Someone has to be backstage just going, it's going to go great.
Yeah.
Just completely
We've asked at
Colin
least I have,
Ferguson.
Every single celebrity we've talked to about going on talk shows since we announced this months ago.
Yeah.
And just yesterday, Edward Norton was on the phone and asked him, how was your first appearance? Were you nervous and stuff? And he said, yeah. He goes, I think I talked a little too fast, and he critiqued himself, and he was nervous. And it's
it doesn't matter who you are. In the end, you're a human being. Of course, you got to be freaked out by that stuff. Of course.
I meant to say, was it Colin Farrell? Just one of those guys who's just got every hot
Colin Farrell he can't care.
Yeah,
right?
he
just come out. What do you want?
Yeah, you undo a couple of buttons to your shirt. All the chicks go crazy. You just sit there. Chicks. I got a movie coming out. You have pages running around. No wooing.
Don't woo Colin. He's going to unbutton his shirt. We're warning you now. No wooing. Yeah, he's got to be the guy, though, that really doesn't care. He's not nervous.
Because I've done it twice, and I'm wondering, is that nervous feeling, does it ever go away? Because I know, when I do
second time too, you still nervous?
Oh boy! No, the second time, then it says, "Wow, he really liked me the first time. Don't screw it up and look like a one-hit wonder."
Right. Well, not get asked back.
When I first came to the city and I started doing stand-up, for years, every time I did a set, I would be nervous, like, "Oh my God, this is New York City. I'm going up on a weekend," and then somewhere along the line, I just stopped being nervous.
Yeah.
It's over the years, it's more like when you start being not happy with your career, wherever you're at, like, oh, God, I'm still at this club. I'm a loser. You start thinking that stuff. And you go, hey, how you doing? F you.
All right, let's go to the phones here.
Nerves.
Let's talk to Cigars and Scotch.
Hey, you guys didn't look nervous at all. Couldn't Opie very slightly? He looked like he was meeting a girl's parents for the first time a little bit, but for the most part, you guys look solid. As a fan, I root for the show, but I still like to see a little cringe. There was none.
Oh, good.
It went much better than I ever expected.
You guys, seriously, honestly, you guys look really, really relaxed.
I told everybody I was completely nervous right until I walk out. And that's been years I spent in bands, the same thing. Backstage, I'm freaking out. And then the second you walk out, everything's fine. It's full. You're there. You're just
as soon as he introduced us, it was a piece of cake at that point. I don't remember what we said. I still haven't seen it.
I know. It's one of those things that go by so fast. And it seems like a minute.
Didn't you think it was 3 minutes and oh, great, he's cutting our appearance short. He's going to play some dumb bit to fill.
Yeah.
And it turned out they told us backstage it was 9.5 minutes. When we got off stage, everyone was just really, really cool saying you guys killed.
And aren't you coming backstage going, was that good? How'd it go?
Was it good? We didn't say like a word. All the people that were lining the hallways were like clapping and stuff. It was what happened? Who's coming on?
Yeah.
Now, why are they?
What? They got a surprise guest or something?
Yeah. What happened?
Is Bruce Willis doing some action thing? But and at the end of the appearance, David Letterman leaned into Ant and said, "Great Howard impression." He loved the Howard,
which is weird to me because I always, when you watch, you always wonder what he's saying to him right there when he kind of leans over and talks to you. And during that moment, I'm like, I know what he's saying because he's saying it right to me right now.
Yeah, I always thought it was just babble, like.
No, he goes,
like he's like just making it look good for the camera or something.
He said that is. That is a great Howard impression. Oh, like
Chris in Boston, what's up?
Good morning, boys.
Hey.
Good job. I know this is going to sound strange, but they showed the camera pan over to you guys before you came out. I see Anthony bless himself, walk out, kick tennis balls, and the first reaction the first reaction that I got was like watching a proud parent see his kid accept a diploma on stage. That's the first thing that just came over me.
Like accepting a diploma.
This could have been the biggest career highlight last night.
I could have sworn I was behind that wall when I crossed myself, too. Everyone saw me cross myself. Like, right when they announced my name.
Ant believes in God.
I gave myself the cross. That was just in case I dropped dead walking out.
Let's go to Jennifer. Jennifer in Jersey. Go ahead.
Hi, how are you guys?
Great.
Just wanted to say congratulations. The show was awesome last night. Anthony, did you almost trip over a tennis ball on the way out?
Did I? No, I was kicking him out of the way. Because they were like, the whole stage was full of tennis balls, so I was kicking them around a little bit.
We kicked them into the audience, and then they started throwing them back. I don't know if you saw that on the show.
I took a couple as a souvenir.
Yeah.
Got them at home.
You guys were awesome. You were very smooth. I had a great time watching you. I stayed up extra late just to see you guys, too.
Thank you.
I didn't stay up to see it. I was too tired.
No. I stayed up. Oh, did I stay up?
I tried. So, really fast, then it was over.
Drinking. Yeah, I was playing darts, drinking.
Then the appearance was over. We went back upstairs to see our people and stuff that came to support us. And the relief on our faces, I mean, everyone said it like,
yeah.
And everyone said, it was a home run, you guys killed. And then all of a sudden there's this lady up there. This is the punchline to the whole thing. I don't even know if Bill knows this yet. There's a lady up there, she's a producer for the show that we haven't seen yet. Like, I guess she's a really big producer for the show. And she said, congratulations, my name is, I don't even remember because I was just.
Met so many people last night, please.
She goes, you guys hit a home run, you killed, can you come back in December? Can you come back in December?
Before we left, we were invited back.
And then people that are in the know, they go, that never, ever, ever happens.
Yeah,
it never happens on the spot. But she's like, you guys killed. We want you back in December.
Yeah, we just got back to the dressing room, and they book us for December.
So we're going to be back.
Really cool.
That's a good way to know that they weren't just saying, "Hey, great job,
great job. We'll call you.
See you later."
Yeah, that was really cool.
We'll be in touch.
But now, Bill, you screwed me all up because now it's like, now we got to top that.
No, you guys, you'll be fine.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
We will, because we didn't even get to half the stuff that they thought would be great to talk about.
Yeah.
The Voyeur bus, Tony Danza.
Yeah, we had a lot of stuff that we didn't even touch on.
Jay in East Elmhurst. Jay.
What's up, fellas?
Hey.
Just wanted to tell you guys you killed last night, man. I particularly liked when Anthony came back with that rebuttal on Letterman. Letterman looked like trying to push Howard on him a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if we explained that, but we're sitting there, and we're both realizing that this is going really well, and you see Letterman actually laughing. I mean, we've been in the position where we'll have guests on, and we'll kind of like fake laugh to help the person along and keep the energy in the room.
I think the audience knows when that is.
Yeah. So I think, I don't know, I think we're sort of experts on that. And we were looking at him, unless he's a great actor, we're like, holy crap, he's really actually laughing and enjoying himself.
It freaks you out when he laughs, because I'm looking going, oh, my God, he's laughing. What do I do? Oh, my God, what do I do now? He's laughing.
Yeah.
And then the audience laughing, and you get an applause break.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, my God, what do I do? Should I step on it? Should I squash this applause break? Or wait?
Yeah.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it.
And then
you don't know what to do. You're like an idiot up there. Just what do I do? They're laughing at me.
But Jay, you bring up something that's very, very important. So it's going really well. It's light. It's fun. You know, it's silly at times. And then Dave goes down the Howard Road, and, you know, I think Dave is, well, why don't you explain it? That would be great. I'm sure you know because you were there. Go ahead, Jay.
Love the Jimmy bit.
I know.
No, I'm just saying I got a little nervous. I didn't know how you were going to handle it.
Well, I was going to explain that, but why don't you explain it?
Yeah, since you're just going to step on anybody that tries to talk, go ahead.
Why don't you explain what's in my head, because I'm sure you know better than I.
East Elmhurst show.
Right, go ahead, Jay.
You go ahead, man.
All right. Thank you, Jay.
It was, we knew that was going to happen, though. We knew he was going to bring it up at some point.
And we know, you know, there's a relationship there between Dave and Howard, you know, obviously, and I think Dave felt obligated. He has to at least go down that road a little bit.
Yeah, I think so.
It was just starting to get serious, and all of a sudden Ant nails it with the Howard impression, making it fun again, and then Letterman couldn't continue.
Yeah, he started laughing.
You diffused the whole thing by doing that Howard
really
thing.
Started laughing. Yeah, I just started talking about how Howard invents everything and, you know, doing that impression. And people just loved it. Started cracking up.
Because Dave was getting serious. Like, it's like, all right, we've had some fun here, but let's get into something I want to talk about. And then Ant's like, I'm not going to have that, man. This is all about, you know, us for once. And nails the Howard impression. The audience goes crazy, and I see it in Dave's face like, all right, well, I try, but, you know, this is just going to continue being fun. And then when you did
That's one thing I remember is he's talking to me. He goes, well, you know, you do have to admit that he did kind of change radio and stuff, so I finally just resigned. I went, yes, okay, Senator.
Right. But
that was great.
I gave in to the inquiry.
The punchline of the whole appearance was when you said that he invented Morse code as well and went ... me. That was me, Robin. The place just went nuts.
Even he was laughing. It was... Yeah, when you get them laughing, and you got to know, Bill, how that is. Like, just when you're actually mission accomplished kind of a thing, you're like, wow, the people are laughing, this is going well. And in your head, you're like, you can't get past it. Just like, oh, my God, is this working? Holy Jesus, it's actually working. I'm not bombing. I'm not tanking.
Yeah, it's just relief in the end. Ah, good, that didn't suck.
Yeah, that didn't suck. We're such insecure pieces of crap. Yeah. It's like, great, I'm not sucking completely. This is great. I don't stink.
Dude, I told that story before. I had nightmares of bombing on the show, just forgetting my material. I told you that. Yeah, I must have told this story 3 times on this show. Like, I'm bombing on the show. This is the dream. Can't remember my act, and then I look over at the desk, and my dad is sitting there.
Speaks volumes.
Yeah, the father figure.
Right.
That's like the level of intimidation.
Yeah.
That, like, Letterman. Just because you've been watching the guy for over 20 years.
Yep.
Since I was, in high school or something, man. All right, why don't we take a break? Bill Burr sitting in for Jim Norton today. Omelets.
Oh, there's plenty of food back there.
Yeah, I got to eat.
And they're cooking it on one of the shuttle engines.
I know.
Because the air conditioning doesn't seem to really be... Could you crank that up a little more, Stan? How does that work?
We're trying. Okay, it's the ONA virus spreading across America.
It's time for another...
Rock! This omelet is amazing.
Billy is truly a 5-year-old. I'm trying to do a live read, and he walks by and pulls the coffee out of my hand, and you don't realize until that happens to you, what do? I don't have it memorized. And then I'm trying to read, and he's knocking my elbow, so I'm losing where I am. Jesus. It's kind of like one of those people in school. Remember, like, the guy that couldn't read?
Yeah.
And he would just be like, they're like, det, read, left, program, Wilkin. I was that guy.
Yeah,
Thank you.
You're counting down how many students are in front of you so you can memorize the paragraph.
Don't sound like a complete idiot.
It's a silly morning. Got to say thank you to the guys at Basil Teas. 1171 Hooper Avenue, Toms River, New Jersey. Or go to their website.
Thanks for watching it, Hooper.
Hold on. BasilTeas.com. BASILTS.com. Stephen Farley, executive chef. Thanks for the omelets today. What, Bill?
Your years of broadcasting experience to bring that around. We're laughing about coffee, and he goes, it's a silly morning. We want to thank the people who made the omelets.
I got to give them their plugs. It's not easy to jump in.
That was a good way to
built that bridge.
Get it? Let me tell you.
I'm on autopilot.
Things are getting wacky.
Speaking of silly, they are just making silly omelets over there.
Actually, I don't go hack too often, but I'm on autopilot today. I'm just
forget about it.
No, I wasn't saying it was like that.
Oh, it is hack to just go, it's a silly morning. Trust me, you called me out and you should have, Bill. You should have.
I spent, after the show, it was spent with Elo. Let's see, who else was involved?
Well, we went to dinner.
Eatman.
We went to dinner, which was amazing.
Went to dinner, had a great dinner, and somebody, I think it was Elo, decided to order a $1,000 bottle of wine. I kid you not. A $1,000 bottle of wine.
That's why we love working for XM, by the way.
Yeah.
The one thing going back to regular radio, you forget about how cheap they are when it comes to stuff. They argue about, you guys don't need a car to go to Letterman. Can't you walk? All this
right around the block.
All this dumb stuff. I'm not kidding you. Tom's going to hit these poor chefs up for money because we're promoting them for free. This is how it is on regular radio. XM, they just throw cash out the window. They don't care.
Geez, I'm sure the stockholders love hearing that one.
But they don't. There is a major difference.
Yeah.
A major that we forgot about until we got back to regular radio. And then then there was arguments going who's going to pay for dinner because we thought, hey, this doesn't happen every day. Mm-hmm. We're on Letterman. We're going to take advantage of this and really do it up right. We're going to go to dinner afterwards. I want to invite my family and everyone that was involved.
That check episode was like the honeymooners.
That was hilarious.
It was like the honeymooners. I'll take the check, Bill. Okay, Ralph. Like no one.
Right.
Wanted to deal with it.
Before we went to dinner, the emails were going back and forth. Like there was a whole argument who's going to pay for dinner, and then it turned out maybe it should be half XM and half CBS. And
Chiasano was saying there was no way I was paying for that.
He said that?
No way.
He said that?
Yeah. Dude, did you see what the check came out to?
$1,000 bottle of wine?
The whole dinner.
Wasted on a bunch of animals who probably couldn't tell if they were drinking an $8 bottle of wine.
Could have been Thunderbird
really
in there.
Good.
Yeah, and then you
drinking
try
it from the bottle.
You try to make it like you're deserving of drinking the wine by swirling it in the glass a little. Nice, good legs.
Right.
It's got good legs. They smell it. It could be grape juice in there.
It could have been a box of wine for all we know.
Come out of a box.
But yeah, well, the bill was $2,400.
About $2,400, and the check came, and I just saw Elo do a move. He pushed that check over to our super agent Bob Eatman with the finesse I've never seen before. Just right over, and then didn't even look at him. Like, hey, you're taking care of that.
And he was the one that ordered the $1,000 bottle of wine.
Elo ordered the $1,000 bottle of wine and then pushes the check off on our agent.
Yeah, we've been out.
It was a great move. Yeah, exactly.
We've been out to dinner with our super agent, and he'll look at the wine list and go, he'll pick out like a nice $60 bottle.
Yeah,
of wine.
Sure.
He won't go too. He won't go too cheap. He'll go to that conservative area, where you don't look like a cheapie if you order that bottle.
Not swill.
Elo's like, F that went. Right to the bottom.
Yeah.
$1,000 bottle of wine, knowing he wasn't going to pay for it in the end. And the alcoholic drank half of it, by the way.
Could you tell the difference?
It was pretty good wine, I gotta say.
It was good.
It was pretty good wine.
It was good. Yeah, yes, Keith.
I just wanted to hear you talk about the wine.
It was wonderful.
It was good.
It was fruity, yet...
Sorry.
Yes?
About the emails, how they went back and forth about who was paying for dinner. And Elo finally stepped up and said, yeah, I'm going to pay for dinner. And I'm watching him last night as the wine list came, and he looks at Bob and he goes, all right, come on, Bob, we'll split it. We'll split it. You and I'll split it.
Yeah, I'll drink it, you'll pay for it.
Yeah.
And that was splitting it to Elo.
And then at the end, he just kind of says, oh, Bob, again, take care of this. And that was like this, and he just didn't miss a beat. It was like the smoothest move. And I go, how did he just get out of a week of arguing in emails about who was going to pay for this bill? And he just slid it over, and Bob just didn't know what to do.
For a $2,400 check, too.
Yeah.
This wasn't like, $80.
Yeah, right?
Something like that.
On a Friday.
Yeah.
It was. You guys killed on Letterman.
That's
Everyone
what it
had
was.
euphoria going.
Everyone was pumped up.
He had his guard down.
Feeling good.
That's right.
Elo just
Bob didn't know what hit him.
No, Bob's hand was shaking when he was signing that one.
And Bob's trying to figure out if he could get away with, not giving as much as a tip. Thinking, it's $1,000 bottle of wine. I mean, did the waiter really work the $1,000 bottle of wine?
So we don't have to tip on that.
So why don't we minus that off the bill?
Dude, that's like a $400 tip.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was a little over $400.
$480.
He did the right thing in the end.
It's crazy.
And then we got back to the hotel. I tried to stay up. I just couldn't do it.
We went to the bar in the hotel. We went to the bar, and they had the U.S. Open on because all the tennis players and all the staff and everybody is staying at the same hotel. So you see the tennis players are walking around. And it was odd because I took a couple of the tennis balls from the Letterman show as a souvenir. So I'm kind of bouncing them, walking through the hotel, going into the elevator, and I go in there, and this guy is in there, and he goes, hey, how was the Open? And I go, oh, the tennis balls. No, I was on Letterman. I didn't give him a reason, an excuse, or he just looked so puzzled. Like I'm bouncing a tennis ball. The whole U.S. Open is staying at this hotel. Obviously, I was there. And I walked off the elevator, and he just kind of looked at me like, huh? I was like, I was on Letterman.
Probably thinks you're a tennis coach.
Yeah, something like that. No, he really didn't have a clue. He was so confused.
Yeah.
But we went to the bar in there, and Bob showed up, as did Elo was there the whole time, and continued drinking. And then we end up trying to figure out where we're going to watch it. We wanted to watch it in the bar in the hotel, but all the U.S. Open people are staying there, and Agassi's playing, and the game's obviously not going to end.
Could be his last match ever, by the way.
So they're not turning it off so we could watch me on Letterman at that point. And they're saying, Bob's like, should we ask someone if they could maybe change the channel? I'm like, Bob, no. Let's just go up to your room and watch it up there. So we went back up to our agent's room, and me and Elo proceeded to clean out his mini bar. So not only did he foot the bill for the $1,000 bottle of wine and the full check at dinner, we're like pulling out every beer, the Heinekens, the Amstel Light,
$15 beers,
whatever was left, the little bottles of booze. Man, just pounding down everything, and Bob's just looking, going, "I can't wait till Letterman's over to kick him out. I'm going broke."
Our super agent got raped.
Oh,
he can't wait to get back on that plane to L.A.
Totally,
he can't wait.
We cleaned out his mini bar. It was just, and then the show ended, and he pulled the stand-up move like. Yeah, guys. So where's your room? What floor are you guys on? It's like, get out of my room. Nice. Got a great picture of drunk Elo lounging on a couch. Dude, it was like a glamour shot. That one's got to go online. Elo is a lot of fun, man. Yeah. He is a fun hang.
He's not here yet, so he must be hurting, huh?
No, he's got to be hurting.
Let's go to Linda in Boston.
Gentlemen.
Yes, Linda.
I was so proud of you guys last night.
Thank you, Linda.
I'm very, very serious. I have to get up really early in the morning, much like yourselves. I went to bed early. I have a TiVo. I was going to TiVo it, but got up just in time to see it live. Couldn't have been prouder.
Oh, thank you, Linda.
You guys looked like you did this every single day.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that.
Isn't that odd?
It was amazing. Your presence was amazing. And, Anthony, you were hysterical with the Howard.
Thank you.
Yeah, the Howard thing just put it over the top.
Oh, the last piece, when Letterman said, good job, but whenever you said, ... me.
Yeah, that was the home run.
Perfect. It brought the place down.
At that point, they were in their kayaks trying to find the ball. Helping out San Francisco today. There you go. There's your local reference today.
Keep it local.
There you go. Thanks, Linda.
My pleasure.
All right.
Bye-bye.
And the appearance, I think, is going to be up on opieandanthony.com later today. And, of course, YouTube has some, bootleg version from the audience already.
Did you get the congratulatory email from Jimmy Norton?
Yeah, let me read this. Jimmy has sent us a communique. Jim Norton writes, "What an amazing effing job last night. You both look as relaxed and comfortable as I've ever seen you. You came off as confident, funny, and completely ready. Letterman had to mention Howard, I suppose out of loyalty, which worked out perfectly. You answered the Howard issue with a punch to the effing teeth, and it didn't come off as you two trying to get his name in. Could not have worked out better. I'll try to call in tomorrow if I'm awake. Dallas is great. A lot of love for the show down here. You had Letterman and audience laughing hard. That appearance will do more than all the bus ads in the world. Signed, signed Big Kisses.
Big Kisses,
XOXO, Jim.
Great.
So that's Jim Norton. He's at the Improv in Addison, down there in Dallas all weekend long.
Look who's on the phone.
Let's say hi to Elo. He's at the airport, actually. Elo!
Hey, guys. How you doing?
You're at the airport?
Yeah. Hurricane Ernesto, or whatever that F its name is jacking up my travel.
Oh, yeah. You're flying into, what, Washington?
Yeah.
You must look like Hurricane Elo at the airport. You mess.
With your hair, they thought you're flying in from the hurricane. Well, that weather must be rough.
Elo, you're the worst boss. I got to say it, man.
What?
Because, like we had a great day. The Letterman thing went off perfectly. We get back to the hotel. Obviously, it's way past our bedtime. Mm-hmm. You're supposed to be the responsible one. You're trying to drag me into the bar. You don't care. You're like, well, I guess it'll be me and Ant just drinking all night. And I'm like, no, Ant's part of this show. You should be telling him to go to bed.
We had a great time.
Yeah, I was hearing you guys talk about the move for Bob. I mean, I've had some good moves. That might be my best ever.
Yeah, that was so smooth, man.
But the part of the story that you guys missed was the guy brought the check, and then Bob's like, well, since what do I do about the tip? And I said, I'm sure they included it. It was a party of 100 or whatever the hell it was. The tips are, no, don't worry, just sign it. It'll be fine. So Bob signs it, and then about 3 minutes later, you get that uncomfortable tap from the waiter, and it's like, excuse me, there was no gratuity on the check.
Elo told Bob that the tip was included. So he didn't put a tip in. He just signed it and gave it to him. And the waiter had to come over and tap him and go, excuse me, sir, you forgot the gratuity. How embarrassing.
Me, sir, you owe me a Bose system.
I look at the waiter, and I look at Bob, and I go, Bob, my God, what are you doing? You're embarrassing the man.
You told him to. Oh, you are an ass.
Oh, God, I heard you, that photo in Bob's room.
Oh, yeah, where you're lounging on the couch. It's fantastic. That one's going to cost you if you want that, the only copy of that.
Yeah. But listen, I mean, you guys were amazing. Now, I knew it was a highlight of your career, but it was also a highlight of my career. One guy talked about watching graduating, but it was like watching a parent, watching your kids out there. It was great.
Aww.
I enjoyed every minute. It was a highlight of my career, too. So.
Eli, what was your favorite part of the whole day yesterday?
You are the worst, man.
Wow.
You are the worst.
That was great.
You think he's still talking, or he knows?
He stepped right into a right hook.
He's got his phone to his ear, and he's like, son of a bitch.
See, this has been our gag with our boss at XM for a long time, but he's been on to us for a long time. He had to be thinking, well, of course they're going to want the answer to this one.
Yeah, that's all day even going, can you just say something nice? We had a good appearance on Letterman. Setting him up 2 hours early.
Oh, that was not nice, man.
Let's go to Mark in Buffalo. Mark, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
From what I saw last night, it was a great show on Letterman. Unfortunately, I don't know if you guys are aware, but we got this fugitive named Bucky Phillips that escaped from a local correctional facility, and the troopers cut in yesterday as soon as you guys started talking about XM and Sirius, and some troopers from Albany cut in, and we missed the rest of the show.
Oh, my God.
They interrupted the Letterman show in Buffalo.
And Buffalo's a huge, huge market for us. Are you kidding?
Why, because they're getting 8 feet of snow?
I set up my TiVo, and I watched it live, and they cut it off.
So they never...
It was good to see you guys.
Wait, so they played it just later?
No.
No, they never played it.
That's unbelievable.
They caught a few seconds of us in Buffalo.
Well, for everyone listening to us on the edge,
the Heidi game.
Heidi game, yeah.
Go to opieandanthony.com or YouTube. It'll be up on both those sites later today.
Yeah, that'll catch as many people.
I know, no kidding.
TV.
All right, Mark, thank you.
Thanks.
All right, we'll take a break.
Stupid criminal. Should have waited.
What else could we talk about as far as the Letterman appearance goes?
Why don't you talk about the carrots in the dressing room? I think he's exhausted it at this point.
Yeah, I think Phil's right.
And then when they gave us the T-shirts, we were like, "Oh, we got
wonderful."
Look, man, this could be the career highlight. It could very well be the career highlight for us. We're beyond excited today, Bill.
Yeah.
Can't you just be happy for us?
I was for the first 3 hours. And it's like, already. I got it.
Shut up already.
All right.
Oh, he's so right.
I just said, and it's like already, not already.
Yeah, already.
It's like already.
When we get back,
already.
When we get back, we're going to talk about the PNC show where Bill Burr was hearing things. Well, the whole crowd was hearing things as Bill's finishing up his set. And also,
did they hear that too? That's hilarious.
And also, I think they did. And also, we'll talk about what we were talking about backstage. And I'm willing to do it if you are. I think you are willing to do it, right?
Yeah, I think I do.
By curious? What?
Swimming with sharks. Next on the Opie and Anthony show.
Discovery Channel.
It's out Friday wide. It's out Friday wide. It's out Friday wide.
Roland is a dope.
That's Roland giving a plug for a movie.
Do it
What was he trying to say?
Do it again.
He was trying to say the movie, I believe, what was the movie? Crash. Excuse me, what was it? Crank. Look at me, I can't even. I'm hungover and tired. Go F yourself, everybody.
Crank and
Yes,
The
Crank.
Illusionist.
And The Illusionist.
Right. The Edward Norton.
Opens wide. Opens in all theaters on Friday. And he was asked that, when does the movie open? And this is what came out of his mouth as he just nervously walked up to the microphone.
It's out Friday wide.
Classic. Listen to
It's out Friday wide.
Wide.
He's right behind you.
Oh, yeah.
The gay Napoleon. That's not my line. I wish it was. That's Otto and George, man. Well, Otto, obviously.
Otto
with the line of the day yesterday, the gay Napoleon. Look at him. Anyway, it's the Opie and Anthony show. Bill Burr in for Jim Norton today. Doing a great job. Bill, we haven't even talked about your set at the PNC Arts Center. That was unbelievable. It was over 12,000 people. The Owen virus.
Yes, I got this awful opening joke. I know it's going to be funny. I was kind of stumbling through at the beginning. Then once I got going, it was a great set, and I'm sitting there. It's the same thing. Everything's a Letterman appearance. Just don't bomb, because everybody's killing, and you think, it's a great crowd. Then you think, what if I'm the guy?
If I'm the guy, right?
And of course, you guys would talk about it. It'd be horrific, and that's all going through my head.
Of course.
So I go, and after I stumbled through my first, crap, and I got it going, then it's just great. Then I'm just riding the wave. It was like 11,000 people. There's like lawn seats for a comedy show. It's ridiculous.
Huge.
And then I'm starting to, feel like I need to like wrap it up. And all of a sudden in the monitors, I'm just hearing people going, "Get him off! Get him off! Get him off now! Give him the light! Get him off!
Get him off!"
And it's like literally like they're standing next to me. So that's people who came to the
All
show.
12,000 people heard that.
They did.
Yeah, because what it was, they were miking us. Or maybe the next comedian.
There was mics backstage that people were hanging on to.
Right.
So they were picking up the conversation.
Yeah.
That was going on
and
backstage.
The sound of the guy saying "get it off" made me feel like I was bombing.
Oh, no.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but I don't perform in front of 11,000 people that often. So maybe I'm like, maybe I just got the first 14 rows, and I'm thinking I'm killing, and they're throwing grass up at the top of the stadium. The sound of this guy's voice. Get him off! Get him off! He's wrecking everything.
I got to say it. Someone has to say it. Bill Burr killed, first of all.
Yeah.
What that was, they were trying to get you off because it was a timing issue. We had to get off that stage at 11 o'clock.
Or else they go into overtime, the union.
So they had it all scheduled out. And at that point, it's like we were way over already. So they were trying to figure out, oh, my God. That's all it was. So they were panicking backstage. Get him off now, and then
But the mics were on.
But the mics were on. That's all it was.
Yeah, because I saw Patrice went on before me.
Oh yeah, they lighted him with like some kind of laser lights. It was like runway lights from an airport. They lighted him with.
He got
pissed off. He was pissed.
Yeah, because I was supposed to be on it at 9:30, like 35, and when everyone was freaking out about what was going on with him, it was just about 9:35, and I'm thinking in my head, like, you know, there's been 20 comics who have gone on at this point. The show didn't seem like it was going. There was like this frenzy backstage.
Yeah,
and I'm more just thinking like, all right, I gotta make sure I'm not the guy who bombs.
I think it was over dealt with. I really do. I don't think they really needed to be that crazy about get him off through the mics. Get him off. You don't want to be the guy the next day. It's like, man, Bob Saget killed Jim Norton, just destroyed the thing. Billy, he had some trouble, and then you just go on and go,
was he drunk?
Something happened.
Yeah.
It was a problem. I mean, it might have just been the audio, but no, you killed.
You did kill.
Yeah. And it was a great job.
I was feeling like I was killing.
Yeah.
But then, once people start yelling, get him off, I felt like I was on the Apollo. Like the Sandman was going to come dancing out.
The hook.
Yeah.
Next stop for the O&A Traveling Virus, Philly. Got to give that a big plug.
Yep.
A week from today, we'll be broadcasting live from WISP. We're hoping all the O&A pests show up outside the studio. I guess they got all sorts of games and fun for everybody. And then we're going to do the show. Right now, they got $10 lawn seats available. Through Monday.
And the fans, by the way, were unbelievable. The crowd was great. And
they laughed for 4 straight hours.
I really got to admit, when I signed on to do this thing, like I was, we were all, management and everything. This great exposure. It's just like,
oh boy,
that's going to be a bunch of animals. 11,000 O&A fans, and they weren't. They were great. And afterwards, even then, like when we were signing stuff, real patient and stuff.
Yeah, really cool.
Really
Our
cool.
audience is there. There are a few animals out there in the audience, but for the most part, very peaceful, fun-loving.
You didn't get to see
not one annoying 11,000 people afterward. Not one annoying person. I'll do a show in front of 200 people. There'll be like that one table of idiots screaming in your ear and slapping you on the back. But everyone was.
I got an up yours, buddy. That was terrific.
Oh, you got that?
Oh yeah.
It's because you had too much of a delay in your talking.
Well, because we did the Stalker Patty bit, and
you left the gap.
A lot of people really enjoyed it, and other people were like, and then then there was the few that thought we were complete a-holes for doing that. So then I had to go on stage first after that to introduce Andrew Dice Gay. I was by myself, and there was a slight pause, and it was just slight enough to hear "Up Yours, Buddy." I'm like, oh, thank you.
You don't want to pause too long out there.
Oh, that's the thing too. When there's no reason to address it, when there's that many people, because probably 100 people heard it.
Right. Yeah.
But you in your head, you think you got to just lash it.
Destroy them. What? How about Up Yours?
I just said thank you. That means I'm doing my job. So but there you have it. Hey, are we going to do this thing or what, Bill?
Oh, the shark thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I was backstage at the PNC Arts Center.
Yes.
And I'm getting ready to do like another vacation. I'm just sick of doing these. You go to those stupid resorts where you sit at the bar pool having a pina colada, just some crap you'd never drink. There's somebody urinating next to you. And then they always have they create this paradise in the middle of this unbelievable poverty to the point they have to build like 10-foot walls so these people won't climb in and stab you with Cohiba cigars.
Because they're so pissed off. Let's really rile them up. Let's build a paradise in the middle of the slum.
There's basically no middle class in that country. And we're doing something, drilling oil or, put a military base. There's something we're doing that's irritating them. You land in these countries and they put you on a bus and they drive like 80 miles an hour and blow by all the poverty. There's like people chasing chickens and stuff, and then they just drop you off at this resort. Dun, 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 dun.
It's all good, man.
Oh yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I can't do these vacations. It's too much. I got too much white guilt.
Hold on, before you move on. I've been going on those vacations I've done 10 of those. You've just nailed it.
Oh, yeah, and I used to always sit there and be like, why am I getting all these dirty looks? Like, I went to Costa Rica, and I'm like, why am I getting all these dirty looks from...
And you wonder, why is the help so surly? Because they're going back to their poverty.
They're allowed into paradise just to clean up our mess.
Yeah, I finally wormed it in. This is I read this book. It's called Confessions of an Economic Hitman.
Yeah.
This will explain why you get the dirty looks when you go. Because I'm basically, if I go to a country and we had a war with them and we kicked their ass, it's like, okay, we destroyed, we probably knocked down your famous statue, raped a couple of your women, casualties of war. Now, I know why I'm getting the dirty looks to know what the result. When I go to Costa Rica, it's like, I don't remember the American-Costa Rican War.
Where was that battle?
Yeah, but this book here, this Confessions of the Economic Hitman, it's written by this guy, John Perkins, and it basically explains how through, like, governmental loans, we ensnare these people in this debt that they never get out of, and we just, it's like brilliant evil. And this isn't like, George Bush is an idiot. It isn't one of those books. It's just about this guy's job. He basically lays awake at night trying to justify the crap that he's doing. It's like reading like Goodfellas. It's like the mob. I can't explain it, man.
I want to read that.
You got to read this book. Just put your joystick down, for the love of God.
Joystick. Stop shooting imaginary things.
How crazy that this show is. I actually bought 2 copies because I was envisioning Opie ripping up one of them or burning them.
I would actually read that.
Yeah, you want?
Yeah, I would read that.
You know what? I'm not buying this. Go ahead and rip it.
No, I swear to God.
It's just really.
I'm a reader.
People
don't know that. I'm a reader. I'm reading about rats right now, but I'll read this next.
Where does this plug in?
Huh?
What is this? Book? What do they call that?
Can we get back to Paradise?
Oh, yeah. So, anyways.
We should keep going with that. That is just hilarious.
With
the fake palm trees and the swim-up bars.
And it's the greatest time. But literally, if you go over that wall, you're getting macheted like a coconut.
And they got these guys that live in poverty that rake the beach for you to make it really nice.
Yeah, they allow them to come into the Paradise just to clean up your mess and then get back out.
The best is in the bus going 80 miles an hour. They purposely do that so you have a better time when you get to the resort.
You get all nervous when you have to stop somewhere and you start looking around like
we're going to get kidnapped. Here we go.
Going to get caught slipping.
This guy,
but they all
couldn't beat out Sammy Sosa.
But
now he's upset.
They all love Nike and Puma, though. They got that. All the locals, they got their Nike shirts and their Puma
sneakers. Them from work, making 8 cents an hour.
Yeah, those are the T-shirts that you find under the bed.
He's got a pair of Pumas. There you go.
No, I just find that a little strange. That's all.
Oh, that I don't know. Like I said, I don't. I very rarely read. That's why I'm suggesting that.
What would their economy be if we weren't there? Or if these resorts weren't there, if Americans and other richer countries didn't come there and spend their money?
That book basically explains how we'll like give them a loan, right? Like back in the day after World War II, it'd be like, hey, you want to get into the 20th century?
We'll help you out.
We'll give you $1 billion to build a dam. Then you can make electricity. You know what I mean? You'll bring your country in, and you'll make $1 zillion, and your gross national product will go through the roof, 30%. Everybody will love you, and you get to be dictator forever or whatever, right? The only catch was that you could only hire an American company to build the dam. So the great thing is the money leaves America and comes right back within 2 seconds. And the genius is they still owe the money. They still owe the money. And then the fact that their economy is going to go up by 30% is actually a lie. It only goes up by 8%. So we show them on paper.
You and me.
Yeah, they show them on paper how they're basically going to be able to pay back these loans. So basically, after 3 years, they're in this debt. They default on the loan, and then we come back like the mob, like, hey, now we got a problem.
So how do we collect?
The only way to pay back, you got to give us the dam. At which point we control your electricity, possibly your water supply, or you got to let us drill for oil, or
Who did we do this to?
Or build a military base to protect your country. Dude, it is brilliant. So now the only option this guy's left with is to basically say yes, sell out his people so he can still remain the leader, or he goes, you know what, F you guys, I'm not doing this stuff. And at that point,
we replace him.
I actually talked to this guy when I did this radio show. He came in. I go, what did we do then? He goes, we sent out like the hitmen, like jackals is what they would call them.
And you just replace him with the guy that will be cooperative?
You ever see those little plane crashes they have? He goes, yeah, like those things. He goes, really, is he sabotage
those little plane crashes?
Yeah, that they have. We did it to the guy in, like, Panama. We did it to a guy in Ecuador. It's hilarious. and then, now this is the thing. Now, if you can't get to the guy, or if you can't get one of his henchmen around him, you want to be dictator? We do that. Give him a PlayStation, and they do this stuff, right?
And they knock off the guy.
They knock off the guy. But if the guy won't do it, the last resort is you start a war. And that's when you go out there, these guys, they're going to get us. And we're like, then we start getting all freaked out about a country we don't even know where it is. Oh, these Ecuadorians. They're gonna kill us. And that's like the last resort, dude. It's an unbelievable book. You got to read it. And what I love about it, like I said, it doesn't, like, it's basically going back like 40, 50 years in history, you know what I mean? And there's been Democrats, Republicans, all that. So
I will read it with a completely open mind.
Yeah.
We'll read it and we'll have you back in there, Bill. So getting back to the vacation thing.
That's great. You should have John Perkins come in. I'm an idiot. I just read what he wrote. So
getting back to the vacation thing.
So getting back to this stuff. So I'm sitting there going, I can't go to these stupid-ass resorts and drink these gay drinks that I never drink. An umbrella, huh? I'm vacationing.
Banana daiquiris.
And you know they water them down anyways if they don't spit in them. So I was on some plane or whatever, and they had Johnny Damon on the cover, you know, with his new clean-shaven look. Red Sox fan, I got to read this thing. So in the back they have all these crazy these vacations, and they got like all the usual stupid whitewater rafting. I'm like, I'm not doing that stuff.
No.
You want to sail on a tall ship?
No.
You know what? I don't. I want one with a motor.
What about climbing Machu Picchu?
Yeah, all
that's usually
stuff.
in the back of that magazine.
Machu Picchu.
So one of the things
the
that
Incan civilization high in the clouds there.
So anyways, I'm backstage at it's been a silly morning, and I was
all right.
I was all right.
Payback's gonna be a bitch, you know.
I was backstage at PNC, and I started telling Opie, because I remember you went diving with sharks, and I was trashing you.
No, just snorkeling a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, and you lift
with the reef sharks.
He lifts his legs up as this shark goes by, because evidently, like, the shark. Oh, he's
no. What happened? We were all on
cannonball position.
I can't get him. Yeah. We were all holding onto a rope, but everyone did the same thing because it's just a reaction. You see him coming closer, and you try to make yourself as small as possible. That's all.
What you really did was turn yourself into like a milk dud.
Yeah, probably made it easier to swallow.
Made you bite-sized.
Right.
What do you do, Bill? Dangle meat between your toes and kick them?
Yeah.
Like, what does a brave guy do?
A smart guy doesn't even go out on the boat. That's my thing. So I was crashing you bad about that.
Because I was talking about this the other day, and I even referenced you. I go, Bill and I have talked about this, but you do it much better than I. You go to these faraway, countries on vacation. And you go on these excursions.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, well, is there any laws protecting me, or has anyone figured this crap out?
There's no governmental group. There's no helmets.
And you realize
anything.
And you realize that the locals are simply just taking a chance with every single boatload of tourists.
Lift your legs, man.
Right. That's the advice they give you. Like, you would never be able to just like snorkel with sharks in America somewhere.
There's protection.
They would have you signing a million forms, talking to lawyers, going through a training program. But this was in the Bahamas. They're like, jump in and check out the sharks. And like, I guess people have done this before, so all right.
Yeah, 10
you just
people,
assume.
4 life vests.
But it's locals that just come up with these excursions, and they're not regulated by the government or anything.
Oh, dude, as you go out there, you're just feeling the beginning of like a 60 minutes episode, you know? Yeah. You go out, you go look at the sharks.
Mm-hmm.
It was brutal. So anyways,
go ahead, sorry.
So I'm sitting here looking through, and they had all these crazy, like, all of a sudden they have this page, all these crazy, like, vacation things you can do, like, fly in a like one of these F-16s and stuff. So they had one here, dive with great white sharks, and I'm terrified of sharks. But I'm looking, you actually go down in that shark cage, which is the only reason why I would ever go into one of those things. So I was talking to Opie about it, right? And he's like, I hate going to the zoo and you just see the lion just defeated, laying there like, for the love of God, can you get me out of this goddamn thing? So
they look at you like, come on, help me out.
Yeah, it's like Richard Pryor used to have a bit about that. When he went to Africa, like, it was a real lion. It wasn't the one that you saw at the zoo.
Right, yeah.
And when you went there, everything, the grizzly bears, all of them, they just have this...
They hang out. If you could see him at all, usually it's like at the end of his tail, and he's in the brush somewhere, never comes out, because he's on to the whole scene. It's like, I'm not going to perform for the man.
He's on the bench now. He's not getting any playing time. He's not a grizzly bear anymore. Nothing.
I like going to the zoos and check it out, but I do have a tough time because you always have some ass because like the lion or the bear is sleeping, so you get some ass with the pebbles like throwing them at the animal. Like, do you have to do that and show how ugly we are?
I don't even go to
the animals are pacing back and forth and they're sitting there going, we built this habitat.
Right.
Or it's just like Africa. This
or the
50
Or they start pounding on the glass with their fists because they're trying to get their money's worth. It's like, will you let the thing be? There's plenty of other animals that are moving around somewhere here.
I got to admit, as a zoo goer, I do want to see them go into attack mode.
Yeah,
I do
that
try
is fantastic.
To subtly
when that video hits the TV every once in a while, I'm rooting for the animal every time. Because you know
the ladies who goes down and gets like attacked by the polar bear.
Oh,
polar bear grabs her jacket.
Because you know they were doing something stupid. And then, they're caught by the polar bear getting mauled to death, and then you have to kill the freaking polar bear because obviously
he was being a polar bear.
Obviously, there's something wrong with the polar bear. He's crazy, and he's got to be removed from this planet.
Have you seen that one where he literally has that woman's entire femur?
Oh,
in his
yeah.
mouth? Oh, it's great. It's just
fantastic.
Like killer.
My favorite is the one that
win.
gets they pull the coat.
Oh, yeah. The panda.
Yeah, the panda pulls the coat, and now they're stuck up against the cage as they're...
And there's another thing I noticed that, like, whatever the hell country that is, the complete lack of security, like, it's just, you can just walk right up to the fence, and, like, there's literally, like 6 inches.
Yeah, they
Just
can, and
enough.
they reach through and can grab you.
Yeah, just enough so he can get his hand, just to keep it interesting.
Here in this country, forget about it. You're 10 feet away from anything that could possibly get near where the animal could possibly come up to.
Right. So what are we doing with the sharks there, Bill?
So I actually called these people up. It's actually it costs it's like $2,000, and you go there. But my thing is, they're going to guarantee. Are they just going to stick me in a shark cage and be like, I see like a flounder?
Yeah.
It's like, we had a bad day, buddy.
Flounder.
Sorry. Par for the course. Plus, when I called these guys up, I got an answer machine. It just really sounded like someone was going to lose a leg. And I was just like, someone's going to lose a leg. An Opie and Anthony bit. Let me run this by Opie.
I would do it in a second. Where are we going to do it?
Would you?
There's one. There's one
Florida?
off the coast of San Francisco, and then there was one down in Mexico. If you really want to get
Mexico,
let's go, you gringos.
Yeah, you just know they have all the safety equipment.
Yeah.
The bottom of the cage falls out. You just fall. Wait a minute, I'm out of the cage.
And they yell, surprise! We didn't want to tell you. We just want to make it a little more exciting for you.
Cage works like a piñata, gringo. Just fall out.
We should do it.
You want to do it? Because
I do want to do it. I would do it in a second.
My girl, she's like, you're an idiot. She wants to sit in a...
Can we just fly to Florida, though? Make it a little easier?
Dude, you think I know about the great white habitat? I really don't.
I'll do some research. How's that?
Do some research. If you find one and it's off
Australia,
continental United Australia's not bad.
Got to go there. The Barrier Reef.
All right, we got to take a break. Bob Schieffer, his last broadcast last night, and he cried like a little girl.
Did he?
Yeah.
Aw.
Katie,
weepy old guy.
I guess Katie starts Monday or something.
Sad.
Or Tuesday, probably. What?
Did this whole idea just bomb? Was it me?
No,
I like it. It was all right?
Bomb. It was a great bit.
Oh, okay.
You nailed what it's like to go to these, third world countries.
I thought I had it like
and they build up
75% of the way through, and then I'm like, so then they have sharks and cages and San Francisco. Okay. Hey, so this guy retired from radio.
It's out Friday wide.
That's bombing, Bill. Okay.
Bombing.
Do you feel better?
I'll give you an example.
This is an example of bombing. One more time.
It's out Friday wide.
Wide. That's bombing, okay?
He's just saying words.
What you try to do is relate to the audience. Bill, you try to relate to the audience, and you did just that. A lot of people have gone to these resorts in the Bahamas and Costa Rica and what have you, okay?
Now this is awful. Now you have to, cheer me up. I apologize.
Oh, you nailed me for going, it's a silly morning.
Did he say wah, wah?
Well, I might as well.
All right, break. I got to go to the bathroom.
OA, virus, country, spreading.
Wide.
Anthony Dance Party Weekend.
Wait. Nah.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Comedy gone too far.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
All right.
I was asked the question right when the mics went on.
It's all good. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. Let's go to Gary in New Jersey. Gary, what's up?
How you doing, man? You guys killed yesterday. Watching Anthony is like watching a star being born, but I got a greater appreciation for Opie. You can almost see the driving force behind everything that you guys do for the fans. It's like Opie's always thinking about the fans. Instinctively, Opie thought about giving those tennis balls to the crowd, and then David kind of he was like, oh no, we don't want that.
Yeah.
That stuck out to me. That was kind of funny, and I got a great appreciation for Opie now because I know where all the crazy stuff happens.
That is true. Opie has an appreciation for the fans, and I really can't stand any of them. I'm a selfish, greedy ass.
We work very well together.
Is this Bobcat Goldthwait on the phone?
Yeah.
When the guys.
Thanks, Gary.
Yeah,
Our Letterman appearance will be up on opieandanthony.com and YouTube in the very near future. Let's say hi to Club Soda Kenny.
Kenny.
Live from Dallas.
I got a great appreciation for Opie and Anthony. Nobody's got a better appreciation than me.
All righty.
Yeah, who is that guy?
It's Bobcat Goldthwait.
Oh, all right.
So now,
listen,
yeah.
I'm so proud of you guys.
Oh, well, thank you, Kenny.
You guys are so terrific.
By the way, now that we've made the big time, we don't need you anymore. Thanks for your services.
All right.
Okay. I'm not worthy.
He has the same tone and emotion no matter what's going on.
Yeah.
I was so proud of you guys. My foot is on fire.
I am. I forgot the line, though.
I am Rock Quarry.
That's right.
I wish I was there. I would have liked all those tennis balls to be dropped on me.
Well, you did wish you were here, but obviously Jim Norton's more important, and we understand that. Thank you, Kenny.
No.
He takes, you know something? You guys are bastards with Kenny because he takes that seriously.
Now there's going to be many, many emails explaining that Jimmy's not as important.
Dearest
you guys are all important in your own special way.
I hope I didn't do something that led you to believe that Jimmy is any more or less important than you.
All right, we get it. You love everyone.
I just blew it. There's going to be so many emails this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a conflict. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
And he's really sorry.
It's okay, Kenny.
No, I'm conflicted.
I heard Jimmy's.
I'm confused.
I heard Jimmy's killing down there at the Improv in Addison, and I heard there was some kind of lady with an asthma attack.
Yeah, he almost killed somebody with an asthma attack.
What happened?
Wow, killed with comedy.
It was actually a guy. It's not like New York. I mean, here, they can smoke in the club.
Oh,
so
boy.
I guess this poor guy got asthma, and halfway through Jimmy's set, he had, like, an attack, and they had to take him out in an ambulance.
Wow.
So it was, like, towards the end of Jimmy's set, and just before, like, this is how terrific Jimmy is, he ran out to the ambulance to see if the guy was all right. And, like, he invited the guy back, so maybe he can, like, try to kill him, like, tonight or something with another asthma.
Probably ran out to try to sell him a CD.
Yeah.
Cures asthma.
Yeah, no, we did real good on merch. Addison, Texas Improv tonight and tomorrow. He's going to be on Pugs and Kelly, too, at 1 o'clock if anybody's going to listen.
Jimmy will be all nice to the guy if he shows up at the club again. I'd like to introduce old Parrot Lungs back to the show.
I didn't say how handsome you guys looked in your outfits.
Oh, thank you, Kenny.
Holy mackerel. I was hammering.
That was a surprise to everybody.
Holy
Jump
mackerel.
in Jehoshaphat. 23 Skidoo.
Yeah, we actually wore jackets.
Yeah, no, you guys, let me tell you something. Me and Norton were so proud of you. You smashed Howard. You told the truth. The truth be told.
The truth be told, indeed, Kenny.
Yeah, no, me and Norton, we were cracking up, and I tell you, it was a great segment.
Well, thank you. That's coming from you. That's very nice because I know you've seen a lot of these things, and I'll take that as a very good compliment.
No, let me tell you something. You guys.
All right.
You guys.
I know, he keeps accepting the compliment.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. No.
No.
No. Kenny, thank you. We got to go.
Not enough.
We got to do, like, maybe 2 things before we get out of here.
I'm sorry.
Have a great weekend. I'll call you later.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Have a great weekend.
You too, Kenny.
Good.
All right. Thanks, Kenny.
All right. Bye. Take care.
Right. You guys want to talk about Schaefer beer or Bob Schieffer?
Wow, look at that.
Should we go with Schaefer or Schieffer?
That's silly.
I don't know. It's a silly morning.
Who's Bob Schieffer?
Let's go with Schieffer.
Well, when they kicked Dan Rather out the door, they needed somebody to do the news for a while until they got the
filler.
Until they got the real star, Katie Couric.
Yeah.
And he did a really good job, but, they
an old guy.
They wanted someone younger, so he held down the anchor desk for a while, and last night was his last newscast, and he cried.
Oh,
we love when people cry,
especially old guys.
To be able to say that every new chapter
is better than the last is quite a gift, isn't it?
It is, and that's why I feel so fortunate. And some of it was just luck, and I always try to remember that. I'm the product of many things and many people. I don't buy into this self-made man business. You know, from my mom, and about my wife and my daughters. I really learned from them. In the end, they had me and made me what I got to be.
Oh, my God.
You can act like a man. What's the matter with you? And a man in my position can't afford to be made to look ridiculous.
Ridiculous. We can play crying clips all day. It's one of our favorite things to do.
Oh, that poor guy. Poor old feller. Putting him out to pasture.
Yeah, you'd think he did 30 years there.
He did like 3 months.
Can I cry at
a year? I don't know.
At the end of this show?
Yeah, you can.
Filling in for Jim Norton.
Yeah, you know.
I don't buy.
Yeah, the guy was on for
I
how
don't
long?
buy into this self-made third mic.
Self-made third mic.
And Katie Couric with her BS.
His closing line was really bad, though.
It's out Friday wide.
Katie Couric pretty much saying, when one door closes, another one opens.
Oh, is that it?
Katie? No, you're kicking him out.
Yeah, beat it.
He's going to be dead of a coronary in 3 months because he has nothing else to do with his life.
Poor old guy. He's sitting there like, when I started in the business, whores weren't allowed to sit here.
That's why he's really crying.
Were all of his old videotapes in the dumpster out back?
Yeah, trying to give Katie some advice, and she's like, yeah. And then he walks out of the building, and there's his old tapes.
His old tapes in the dumpster.
His nom reports and everything.
His wife dead by the vacuum cleaner when he got home.
One of my favorite movies of all time.
And what was it called?
About Schmidt.
About Schmidt.
Yeah. You see About Schmidt?
No.
See,
wait, no, I saw that. Was that the...
I laughed so freaking hard, and people were crying all around me. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The best part, I say it all the time, is when he decides he needs to, like, see the country and see his daughter, you know, and he's taking the trip cross country, and he decides to stop at his childhood home.
Yeah.
He pulls up, and it's a tire store.
It's a tire store. The whole corner has been paved over.
He's trying to reminisce.
Dude, that's actually funny.
That is hilarious to me.
Laughing in an inappropriate moment.
Right.
I remember when I was in L.A. when Sling Blade came out.
Yeah.
And when Dwight Yoakam...
Yeah.
He's yelling at everybody. He's like, why don't you go home and practice, Randy?
Right.
And he just takes that guy in the wheelchair and zooms him out the door. And I was just like,
get out of my house. Get the F out. That was funny.
I was dying laughing. Everybody in the row was just looking at me. I'm like, wow, sorry.
We got to get the director of About Schmidt on, because I don't know if they were going for laughs or pulling at the heartstrings. To this day, I have no idea.
In the tire store saying, like, trying to figure out where his room was.
Yeah. He was just trying to
the whole block didn't resemble anything he remembered.
I think those things where you're saying pulling at the heartstrings or trying to be funny, I think they're one and the same, depending on how emotionally shut down you are.
I remember I was watching the film, and there were a bunch of older ladies in the theater crying, and they were so mad at me. But to me, it was so over the top, like what else could go wrong with this guy, that I had to start laughing.
That's probably because the movie theater used to be their bedroom.
I used to live here.
I mean, it was depressing. He retires after, 40 years? He gets a dumb watch, and he gets all his hard-earned work thrown into a dumpster.
40 years, he's trying to give the new kid that's taken over his position, advice. Like, he's the old veteran, so let me give you some advice. And he's just like, yeah, whatever, yeah. And all of his work, 40 years worth of work, he walks out back, and it's just in the dumpster.
Because the new guy doesn't need any of that knowledge.
The new guy doesn't need his old stuff that he's built up over 40 years. And I found that hysterical, too.
Yeah.
It was like, just life stinks.
It's a great thing. Hey, chefs, come on over here. Let's get a plug-in for the great omelets this morning.
Yes, chef. Shut it down. You watch that show?
No.
No? Hell's Kitchen? You ever watch that?
Yes.
Yeah, what do you think of that? What would you do if a guy mouthed off like that to you? Belt him right in the face, right?
Yeah.
Can't you get over here, you fat cow? Calls women fat cows. Bring me this. This isn't cooked. Make it right, you pig.
And all of it looks great, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, yes, chef. Okay, chef.
Unbelievably difficult stuff. Like gnocchi. It's like what? Eggs and potatoes.
People make that?
Guys, the big plug. What do you got?
First of all, just want to say thanks for letting us come in today. You guys you guys had a big week, and you're fancy fellas, and you deserve a fancy breakfast after a big appearance like that last night.
Thank you. That was very good.
Basil Teas and Tom's River, 732-244-7566. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Very, very
Thank
good.
you.
Hey, do you guys think Emerald's a hack?
He's a badass cook, but we could do without the catchphrothes,
Yeah, I got some sugar. And everyone's like, hey, sugar. I love sugar. You know what's funny about that guy's show? If you watch the Essence of Emerald and he's just sitting there cooking, it's great. But the second you get a crowd, you got to become a hack.
Yeah.
How about some chocolate?
Yeah.
And a little extra bam.
And then you punch, slam, bam.
Any other plugs? I'm going to plug my brother's restaurant, F.H. Riley's.
Ooh.
I'm going to be there all weekend, 400 New York Avenue in Huntington Village. I'm going to be celebrating and buying a lot of drinks this weekend because I'm in a really, really good mood after the Letterman thing.
BillBurr.com.
For Bill Burr?
Yeah, and MySpace.com/Bill Burr. And read Confessions of an Economic Hitman.
All right, if you're not joining us at XM, we'll see you guys on Tuesday.
Yes.
Tuesday.
How long are we doing XM today?
Maybe an hour.
Maybe.
Hour and a half. Yeah, we got to sleep. Thank you so much, guys. We greatly appreciate your support.
Yes.
Have a great weekend. And we walk.
Hey. Good.
Hey.
They could do that if they wanted to. We on?
Yeah.
Oh.
Share it with everybody.
Share what with everybody?
The big laugh you just
got. We had a good Bob Kelly story.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, because he was talking about how he wished he could just go to his hotel. I was talking to Bobby Kelly one time. He was driving his car, and he was in one of these, I'm sick of being on whatever beach diet he was on at that point. And he goes, dude, radio's the best gig. You know, dude, it doesn't matter. No one sees you. You eat your fucking bacon, egg, and cheese every morning. I go, Bob, if you had it your way, you'd probably do it from your bed. He goes, dude, the technology today, you probably could do it. Yeah, I literally heard like the wheels spinning.
That is total Bob, man.
It certainly is.
Dude, they could do that, dude. Banana pancakes, dude.
Well, this is the reality of our lives.
Yeah.
Last night it was Letterman. This morning,
you have
us on the streets of New York with 6 dummies.
And an extra from that movie Cruising.
Right back to reality, boys.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, let's do our march.
Jesus Christ.
Well, you like their Heine?
Or titties, too.
We really want to march right back to the hotel.
That guy just bought a canoe.
Look at him. Sleep.
What do you think's in that box?
I don't know. It's like 12 feet long.
It could be a kayak.
Kayak.
Just get a kayak. Why didn't we think to do that when we were screaming about New Orleans?
Dude, so they could just touch it.
Wow, look at that comb over.
Oh, boy, that is a good one.
Just let it go, buddy.
Wow.
Anyone else see the black lady that needed a bra?
No, we were looking at the guy with the worst comb over ever.
I'd love to see him get out of a pool. Like on one side, he's like a Republican. The other side, he's a hippie. he looks like he's at Woodstock.
Hey, Andrew.
Hey, how you doing, Andrew?
Yeah, we know you. We're not stopping today.
No money
Go
for you
yourself.
today.
Gorgeous.
And that's stuck in my head all day. Thanks.
I'm telling you, go get one of those Morley wahs. You can figure it out in 2 minutes.
Anyone can play that on the
it's
guitar.
one note. That whole wow.
We were talking about it in the hallway walking down, and now that song is entrenched in our heads.
The theme to Match Game.
We didn't talk about Schaefer beer, by the way.
No.
It's the one beer to have when you're having more than
when
one.
You're having more than one.
What
they
was that
want
about?
you to keep drinking.
Elmo started this thing.
At the PNC, some guy called me up. He was like, "You're Elmo, right? You're a Met fan." So he whips out a Schaefer beer, and out of his cooler, it was new. It wasn't from 30 years ago. So we started singing the jingle. Basically, if you're going to get smashed, drink Schaefer. It's the one beer to have when you're having more than one.
If you're going to be a pussy and just have one, go drink a Coors.
Yeah, we don't want you.
Yeah, if you're going to drink a 12-pack,
yeah, the
beer
beer jingles are a little different these days.
Yeah, back then it was just all about you're buying our beer. Right. We want you to buy a lot of it and slam them.
So he was saying they did everything but show people drinking and driving in the commercials. Was it Colt 45? Remember that one?
Yeah.
Malt liquor loaded with dynamite taste. So grab one, down one, get yourself a round one. It's like this guy just fiending for fucking alcohol. Just get yourself a round one. Something's going to happen.
Yeah, you don't even have to actually touch it.
Yeah.
Just be near it, and you're going to want to slam them.
Someone's going to suck your dick because everybody's shit-faced. And then Lowenbrow was like, they always had like the Billy D. Williams kind of cool. No, wait, no, he was Colt 45.
Yeah.
Lowenbrow, that was the date rape beer.
Yeah, that was the here's to good friends, tonight is kind of special. And then, it was like the upper crust kind of beer, a little classier.
Like, there was mood lighting. There'd be a one-bedroom apartment, a little hi-fi stereo
and the
going.
Chick would be like, oh, Lowenbrow, this guy's...
wow, you must be
doing
pretty
good.
well, yeah.
And he'd be in there quicker than a Schaefer, that's for sure.
Watch your back.
You don't want to give you... Why, somebody might want to get hit by a bus. It would give us something to talk about on the walk.
Hey, let's get Roland over here. Roland! You're famous now.
Friday. Why?
Yeah. The Illusionist and Crank?
Illusionist and Crank comes out this Friday.
No, today's Friday.
Oh, today. Why?
Why?
The guy's talking about this behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Like he cannot go on mic with us for some reason.
Called
he loses
Mike
his
Fright.
mind.
Mike Fright.
It is Mike Fright.
He gets a mic in front of him, he just
without the mic, I'm fine.
Tell us a story about your childhood. Watch him stammer through this shit.
I don't know.
Yeah, give us something, Roland. Give us a story.
I'm blank right now. I don't know.
I never had a childhood big wheel.
Big wheel.
It's
Tears.
phenomenal. That's all I got. Pretty much. I know, it's a train right here.
Wow.
Roland, everyone. The gay Napoleon. Thank you, Otto, for that unbelievable line. Let's go this way. Old lady with, is that leather pants coming our way?
She's in fashion.
Oh, Jesus. No, what? Wow. Those two, are they brother and sister? Husband and wife?
I think when you're married so long, you just start looking like siblings.
Looking like,
that was
disasters.
Yoko. Oh, no.
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, a couple of the truckers saying hi.
That's hilarious. All these fancy cars driving by in Manhattan. Nobody says shit. Couple of truckers.
Yeah.
They love us, the
delivering
truckers.
milk that they've changed the expiration date on. That's a big one with the delis. I've noticed that. You buy milk in a deli. It's literally, they'll say like October 5th. You pour it on your cereal, your wheat checks, let's say.
Wheat checks?
Comes out all lumpy. You know, I wish I wore my lavender tie this morning. I really thought that would pull my outfit together.
What were you thinking, sir?
It's the new power color.
Is it?
Pink and lavender.
Yeah.
Elo pulls that off all the time.
Elo likes the
pink shirt.
That guy right there has a whole... I don't want to say
Whoa,
this.
he's kind of big.
I'd say he had heart attack torso.
He was pretty big.
Looked like something was going to seize up in there.
Going to throw a bearing.
Run, Forrest, run!
There she goes.
Yeah, I hate those people after they went for their jog down the west side. They have to keep running by everybody else walking. Like, we get it. You work out. You get in a fucking
sweaty.
cab like the rest of us.
I'm stretching out. And,
tank top with a scarf.
All right. Scarf. What's a shady guy at the phone booth?
From the Depression.
Yeah, I know. He looks like one of our gang. One of the kids. Hey, Butch.
I know.
It's Quantum Leap.
The guy's just like Woim.
There wasn't anything on him that didn't look itchy.
Excuse me, can I use that phone? Scram.
He should be yelling, extra, extra.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Bob Eatman. Come on over here, Bob. What?
Hey, Bob.
Super Agent Bob Eatman.
How uncomfortable does he look?
Wow.
Yeah, it was great, guys. I'm really proud of you.
Oh, thanks.
Fabulous job. You look like about 15, but you look great.
Yes.
And you both did a great job. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Bob.
Is your phone ringing off the hook now?
All the press are calling, and
Are they really?
It's been great. And thanks very much for letting me pick up the bill. I really thought that was a smooth move by Eric.
All the calls were from Amex asking if his card was stolen.
They weren't. I've never charged anything like that before.
$2,400, not counting the tip.
Eric picked out.
He's got $120 left.
That's it.
That's all he's got.
That's all I have left. I can't get home.
Eric picked out. We said $1,000 on the air. How much was it?
$850 for one bottle of wine. It was a Magnum. $400 for another. And then, I don't know, desserts were like $200 and appetizers were $200. Unbelievable. He kept saying, don't worry, I'll split it with you. We'll go thirds with Tom. Tom gets up, goes to the bathroom.
Tom left so fast.
Hold on, Tom admitted that to us during a commercial break when we were talking about the bill on the first half of the show. And Tom goes, I'll admit it, when that bill came, I may believe I had to go to the bathroom. He pulled the oldest.
He ran.
And then after I signed the check, he said, I was going to pick that up, Bob.
Yeah, was.
What he said.
Now, he admitted to us that he was not going to pick that up.
There's no way submitting that to CBS. No way.
And then I heard Anthony cleaned out your mini bar with
Anthony and Eric.
Elo too,
Eric drank like 8 beers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, so his mini bar got cleaned out. Bob took a pretty big hit yesterday for us.
You know what, guys? It was worth it. It's like a culmination of like 10 years of working with you guys, and I'm so proud of you. Can't tell you.
Look at Super Agent Bob Eatman.
Oh, give me a hug.
That's great. Oh, look, they're hugging.
It's a legitimate hug. That's disgusting.
I don't touch
upstairs.
people unless I've been drinking.
Aunt and I hugged for the first time in 12 years after
12 years after yesterday's appearance.
So glad I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was pretty gross.
You guys are losing your edge.
It was gruesome.
I'm wishing you bombed.
Yeah, I know.
You let your guard down. Oh, how about a BJ?
How about a hug?
I mean a hug.
Yeah.
But Anthony goes, come here. And I'm like, what?
Come here, you bastard. Unzip that fly.
We don't even shake hands, but we were hugging like
it was a manly hug.
I like how neither one of you can look at each other during this story.
No, it's just like,
so we hugged. It was
awkward.
It was a special moment.
Yeah.
Special
You guys are fags.
There you go. Thank you.
There he is. The truckers love us.
That's what I said. All these town cars driving by.
Nah.
Let me show Bob.
With movers and shakers.
Let me show Bob the ratings for David Letterman.
All right.
I didn't see these yet.
Why don't you read that to everybody?
The show last night received a 3.5 rating. Is that 3.5?
That's a 6.
3.6. 3.6 rating. 9 share, which is better than the show has been performing on Thursday nights this entire summer. 3.4 over 8. And up over the show's average for the summer for all nights. 3.2.
Wow.
That's terrific.
All right.
Is it 3.6 good?
3.6. Well, for that show, it's great, sure.
Yeah?
It's great.
It's nice.
All right.
We pumped it up.
So they were smart in asking you back.
How cool
locking
is that?
you guys down so you don't appear on all the other shows.
Yeah.
But they'll be calling. So looking forward to it.
All right. You
Right. Maybe you guys can hug again when you're done with it.
There won't be any more hugging. One time.
Kenny's not here, so I'll get you guys coffee.
No coffee. We got to sleep eventually.
We're fine. We're gonna really phone in this XM show.
Absolutely.
I'm sure you are. Eric deserves to focus on it for you to focus on.
Yes, it was all his fault.
I'll take over.
I'm going to pick up the slack. Don't worry.
It was all Elo's fault. He kept me out too late. So if we're going to blow off a show, it's going to be the XM.
After 1 o'clock.
I haven't even seen the show yet.
Pardon me?
I didn't see the show.
He didn't even see it yet.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You were sleeping.
I went to my room. I was trying to stay up. I made it to like 10:30.
I'm sure it's on YouTube already.
Yeah, we're hoping.
So. Are we still on the radio? Are we just kind of standing here?
Nah, we're still on the radio.
That's what we do.
I want to change things around, though. UPS! That'll show him. I like give it back to the guy in the truck.
There you go.
Why not? Change it up a little bit.
I like that. All right, Bob.
Hey! Corey, first choice home delivery! And they look like, what?
Some degenerate on a motorcycle just said hello.
It's a UPS guy.
UPS!
Huntington.
Hey, let's give him a... Con Ed, on it! Con Ed! Come on, Con Ed!
Con Ed!
Nothing.
You electrocute anyone today?
All right, let's go upstairs. Bob will see you upstairs.
We are done.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
Have a great
guys.
weekend.
Later, man.
I can't believe you guys hugged.
Yeah.
Greetings. Welcome. Opie and Anthony Show. The unknown virus spreading across America. It's your host, Anthony. Opie is in the bathroom.
Is this new, the mirrored ceiling?
Oh, thanks for noticing. Yeah. Yeah, the mirror ceiling is something that we have no idea why it was put in. No one had a problem with the acoustic tile ceiling that was in here. But for some reason, out of nowhere, they decided to make it look like a 1976 fuck motel.
Exactly.
Because that's where else is there a mirrored ceiling?
This ceiling has never been over anything other than a waterbed.
Yeah, waterbed. So you could just watch your hairy ass pump up and down. That's the only reason I have a mirrored ceiling.
I've never understood the mirrored ceiling as far as like I've seen like a mirror on the wall. You know, you can watch yourself fuck from a profile or
mirror
maybe
on the
straight
wall
on.
is good, yeah.
But yeah, the direct overhead
ceiling. What are you gonna say?
I guess that's for the woman.
I
be
think
laying on her back.
It's good if you lay on your back, she's on top, sitting on you. Then it's good for you.
Oh yeah, look at
but
the
not
top
for
of her
her
head.
Yeah,
and my skinny legs coming out of
and then you can see like a ball bag sticking out of her ass. It almost makes it look like she's got balls.
Yeah, it looks like it's coming out of the back of her head. Does she have a cyst?
Oh, it's my balls. I got no depth perception through this fucking thing.
You see nothing good in that situation.
Yeah, it really is. He's just like, God, I got to go to the gym.
There's a reason we don't get to see those parts of our body.
And yeah, if she's on the bottom, if you're just doing missionary, she is seeing the worst end. She's just seeing your asshole like puckering up as you're pumping. You don't want to see that.
You look like a salmon trying to get upstream.
So what's the best view sexually for a mirrored ceiling? Really? There isn't one.
No, there really isn't.
What it basically is, it's for the hidden camera.
Yeah,
they're going to use to put your shit on the internet.
Pretty much it. The excuse was when they put this new lighting in, this ceiling kind of came with the lighting because it makes it brighter. But the lights are below the mirrors, not turned up toward the mirrors, in no way are reflected in the mirrors, so that's bullshit.
This looks like it's been up here since like 1975. Like this maybe used to be a strip club, and then they remodeled all of it, and they just left the ceiling up there.
Like this one's chipped.
They're all kind of bent up by where they hang.
They got dents in most of them.
Yeah,
basically
I
saying
don't know.
it's a piece of shit.
Piece of shit.
Absolutely, yeah.
Has anybody ever had that as a guest? Just like if you could somehow get people who just somehow fucked and it ended up on the internet and they had no idea. I guess they're embarrassed, so they wouldn't want to come in.
Probably.
Can you imagine going to work and being like,
"Hey,
dude, this is a clip. I swear to God,
YouTube,
man, it looks like you." Really? What's going on? Well, guys, he's taking a shit on a Rottweiler, right? And this woman walks in, and you're like, oh, fuck, that was me.
Hey, let's go to Lee in North Carolina. Lee?
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
I want to congratulate you guys on Letterman, but I was kind of a little bit fucked on the whole thing with Ernesto.
Ernesto, why? What happened with Hurricane? Well, it's like a tropical storm, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, apparently the news station thought
Summer
it was
Breeze or Ernesto, but they still have to cover it.
Summer Breeze. Yeah, I know. It was, I know that they're full of shit because they like last storm we had, they're out there holding a rail getting blown away.
Blah, 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 blah,
blah,
blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah.
Hear that, what? You only got to have one note. Right there.
Yeah. Here's something, Lee. When you call the Opie and Anthony Show, have a point. It makes it so much more interesting to the listener.
I got you. Hey, why don't you
our caller here is a blank hole. A blank hole. Everybody, get your pens out. Sorry there, Lee.
Yes,
what
Lee,
do you want to say?
That's all right. Well, I mean...
Oh, come on, Lee.
I pay you guys to fucking entertain me, so, I mean,
What?
What does that have to do with the storm?
Well, you get to the point of your phone call. That's all we're getting at.
No, I'm just saying that the
blah, 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 blah.
I got you.
Oh, my God.
You.
Well,
does anybody remember last day?
Call stinks. This could have taken 2 seconds. Ernesto coverage interrupted the Letterman appearance.
Does anybody remember last day?
Apparently not him.
No, well.
You know what's funnier? Oh, no.
Oh, no. Damn it.
Oh, no, Than.
Oh.
You know what's funnier? Than not programming a sound and a button.
Oh, that'll cost you, Than.
That's all right. Whose fault was it, Than?
That's going to cost you.
No, stop accepting responsibility.
That's going to cost you a month's pay.
Yeah, month's pay. $30.
There you go.
Oh, that was it?
I think so.
It's out Friday wide.
Can't get enough of that.
I love it. Tripping over his own tongue.
He's been
Friday
hoping that we never called on him.
Yeah.
He was hoping we wouldn't call on
The kid in the back of the classroom.
We finally do. And
never raises his hand.
Right. And we got him now. Well, the MTV Video Music Awards, they must have been terrific because it seems like everyone's talking about them this morning.
Oh, they were on?
Yeah.
I missed them.
It's a joke at this point.
Yeah, it's not...
and why are they having an award show for music if they don't play mute? All right, we get it.
Yeah, we heard.
Everyone had to point out that MTV doesn't play music anymore, but they're still doing the Video Music Awards. What happened?
A guy says I sang the wrong beer name in his jingle. Which one?
Matt in Ohio.
Matt?
Yeah, hey, how you doing?
Hey. What did I do?
Well, first, I'm going to give you a kiss before I discipline you. You guys rocked last night.
Thank you.
Secondly, when you were singing the wonderful little beer jingle,
yeah,
it was Michelob, not Lowenbrow.
Here's the good friends.
Lowenbrow was let it be good, let it be Lowenbrow.
Something more somehow. So tonight, let it be Lowenbrow. No, it
is Lowenbrow.
It's Lowenbrow, sir. Here's
tonight, let it be Michelob.
Let it be Michelob.
No, you're an ass.
I'm dead serious.
Why don't you stop drinking Michelobs?
Tonight is kind of special, Michelob.
No, it's Lowenbrow.
It's let it be good, let it be Lowenbrow is Lowenbrow.
I will bet you $1 million that the jingle
$1 million, but I'll put
that Opie does, and he'll back me.
Well, what happened?
I'll bet you a six-pack of Lowenbrow.
Oh. Dude, here's to good friends. Tonight is kind of special. The beer will pour. Must be something more somehow. So tonight, let it be Lowenbrow. Somehow rhymes with Lowenbrow. That's the fucking song.
Wikipedia.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
I'll check it out again.
You best do that, Buster.
Let's go to Rob the trucker. Rob, what are you hauling?
I am hauling chicken.
Live or dead frozen?
They're live, and I've got feathers all over the highway.
Oh, that stinks. I hate passing you motherfuckers.
Dude, please.
That and the pig truck.
Please crash so you can be one of those news pieces that come out every once in a while.
And they were rounding up chickens on the whole...
You're not going to believe what spilled out on the highway last night on Interstate 42.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
We'll tell you at 11.
Well, they weren't exactly crossing the road, but they were in the road.
And they were trying to cross the road before they were hit by traffic. What you're seeing is a million ping pong balls on the side of Interstate 78.
Colonel Sanders was nowhere to be found, but a lot of police officers rounding up these chickens. Yeah, we got it.
I guess they were on the way to Chick-fil-A. Okay, the weather coming up. Horrific.
Horrific. It is. We are so cynical with the news.
What, Rob?
Awful.
Why can you? My buddy of mine had mirrors on his ceiling so he could watch his girlfriend lick his ass.
Watch his girlfriend lick his ass?
So what, he was on his back with his legs behind his ear?
Oh,
that's
Jesus Christ. He had him
That's
spread like
sexy.
Right.
Sexy. Man, nothing says sexy
like a guy
than when your legs are behind your head.
Punching out, boys.
That's great.
Last night.
Yeah, we know. We know
you.
we're great. Thanks.
Oh, God, that's a terrible image.
I know. What?
All right, that's the one, Anthony. And then you come into work the next day. Yeah, I saw this video on the internet.
Yeah,
swear to God, it looked like you. You had your legs behind your ears.
Some guy looked just like you, legs up, girl licking your ass in a mirror ceiling, something.
That fucking bitch. Let's say hi to Greg in Philly. We're taking over Philly a week from today. Going to be broadcast live down there for the O&A Traveling Virus. $10 lawn suits. Lawn suits are available as we speak.
Lawn suits.
Greg in Philly, but I stopped myself.
Yes, you did.
I realized I was being
silly, guys.
A stammering ass.
Hey, what's up?
I just want to let you know you guys fucking killed last night. I was a big Howard Stern fan. Very, very big. He helped me out for the last 10 years.
Sure.
Didn't know about the gag order. Didn't know about anything. I even listened to you guys on YSP before you got fired, and WNEW, because I work in New York, so I got to hear both. But
sir, I just want to say, if Opie hangs up on you, I think you're great.
It took fucking 3 weeks to change to you guys.
Boring.
Thank you, sir.
Knowing that shit and knowing about him, just amazing. You guys, you really rock.
Thank you so much, Greg. I do appreciate it.
No, seriously. I mean, you wouldn't believe the difference.
Jesus.
Boring.
Look at this guy.
Oh, fucking boring my ass.
No, wow.
I'm licking your ass.
I know.
Boys.
You're doing a great job.
Come on,
we're just
boys.
sorry. We're watching a guy set the Guinness Book of World Records record for smashing watermelons with his head.
This is a world record?
He's the record is 31.
Were you guys scared about the tennis balls tripping over him?
No, we had 80 people tell us to be careful, so we were careful. Why is there a record?
Is this really a record?
What's the criteria for inventing a record like that?
They changed to this guy doing a chicken
the chicken clucker.
Anthony, I got a question for you. You play Counter-Strike?
Yes.
Have you been to the server, the O&A Party Rock server?
No, I have not been there yet, but I will. My gaming has been a little off because
Ozone midget sighting of the day.
Wow, who saw this coming?
Not me.
Let's say hi to Eric in O-Town. Bring it on, brother!
O-Town.
That's right. How's it going, guys? I just wanted to bring you an ozone midget sighting of the day.
Okay.
Well, I was over at Walmart last week, and I saw this genetic disaster in the electronics section.
Yeah.
This lady was barely taller than the shopping cart. But here's the twist. I actually filmed the midget sighting, and I just sent it to Danny.
Oh.
Is it a good one?
It's pretty good. I couldn't get a shot of her face because she was staring at me, and, the clerk was looking at me like what a horrible human being I was.
Yeah, if you're videotaping a midget, you're just an awful human being, man.
Well, I am German, Anthony. Of course I'm horrible.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, I also wanted to let you know, I was thinking of maybe a new bit. Instead of the ozone midget sighting, the ozone midget viewing, have the Pest send in the best midget sightings.
Does anybody remember laughter?
Really gonna get a lot of use out of that clip. Thank you, Bill Burr, for suggesting that one.
Yeah, I was watching that one night, and the second I heard him, did anybody remember laughter? I'm like, that's perfect.
Oh, that's it's better than the car crash.
We'll see the video of the midget then, all right?
All right, and by the way, you guys killed on Letterman. Anthony, I loved your Stern impression. It was the funniest thing I've seen in quite some time.
Thank you, my friend.
All right.
You're the best.
Meanwhile, back at the show.
So your gaming is way down there?
Yeah, it's a little off because my office isn't done yet, so it's on a card table, my computer, and I have a lousy chair and no room for any of the joystick or anything. Like my mouse moves in a space about an inch wider than the mouse itself, so it's kind of hard to game in that
I feel real
atmosphere.
sorry for you. That's just like being homeless.
Yeah.
Well,
geez, Andy, I hope your gaming gets a little better, whatever you're supposed to say. I mean,
thank you.
I know.
That's pretty much all you have to say.
It's looking for sympathy. It's like, well,
actually,
I'm sorry to hear that,
my gaming's a little off.
Right.
If I take the book
the
you
office
gave me
in my mansion
and put my mouse on
construction
on the book you gave me, it'll give me more room to game. So thanks for the book.
That thing's gonna have Kool-Aid spilt all over it within.
Let's go to Sharon.
2 in the afternoon.
Kool-Aid. I'm drinking Kool-Aid at home. Is that how you?
I was thinking something sticky.
Sharon and PA, what's up?
Okay, I'll
Hey,
jerk off
how
on
you
it.
guys doing today?
Good.
Do you always have to go there, Anthony?
Yes, I know. I was going to say something else, and I took it right down in the gutter. I'm sorry.
All right.
Sharon.
Yes, Sharon. Just want to tell you, boys, I saw you last night on Letterman. You did great. I was laughing hysterically. But also, very importantly, you guys looked pretty good last night. I think you might need to take it a notch, up every once in a while. You look like fancy, fancy gentlemen.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
In our little suits.
And I liked Opie.
Joseph
I liked your little look of the tussled little shirt hanging out.
Ah.
Oh, thank you.
I went with the tuck. Opie went no tuck. Lupe, one tuck. Yes.
You guys both went with awful shoes.
I didn't notice the shoes, so... Well, why did you pick the awful shoes?
It was just sneakers. Bill's busting, man.
I just been waiting for someone to bring up your shoes. You fucking, from the ankles up, you guys look like $1 million. And then you just had these Mervyn's fucking, I don't know where you got those shoes.
Wait, you really did look at our shoes? I thought you were just throwing a bit out there.
Dude, when you get
actually the brown versions of the shoes I'm wearing now.
I just threw on brown sneakers.
What the hell are they?
What are we supposed to wear? You girl? Only girls notice shoes.
They're good shoes.
What was wrong with our shoes?
I don't know. They just looked. They looked like you were doing a play in the 1940s. I didn't know what the fuck they were. They were just. I was sitting there going, "These guys look like $1 million." You know what? You kept fucking moving your legs, dude. You go on TV, you just notice everything. You were moving your legs something weird, and I just started, and they had a full body shot.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I noticed the shoes.
I just started looking down because you know what it was.
On TV
you both had the same pair. Like it's like you had brown and you had the black. The same awful fucking shoes.
They were different
shoes.
Look, I'm telling you, I saw it. They were awful.
Mine are what shoes do I have? I'll get that answer in like 2 seconds.
All right, Sharon.
They were Michelob's.
Right, thanks, guys.
Oh yeah, my shoes are Kenneth Cole. But no one was supposed to see them. No sound, by the way. Ooh, okay, sorry. There you go. There's some sound.
All right. Scott in Pennsylvania, what's
Kenneth
up?
Cole shoes, my friend.
Nice.
What's going on, fellas?
What up, Scott?
I'd like to shoot off some celebratory gunshot in honor of your appearance on Letterman.
Where are you?
I got 13 in the magazine. How many you need?
Where are you?
Pennsylvania.
I don't know what the
I'm
gun
at a
laws
range.
are there.
It's legal.
You're at a range?
It's legal. It's legal.
You're at a range.
There's a range. Talking on a cell phone, you're not going to fire a weapon as you're on the phone.
What kind of gun you got there, my friend?
Glock 23, 40 caliber Smith & Wesson.
All right. What are you shooting at? A target how far away?
Puerto Rico.
How far you want me to be? 50 yards.
I just want to know because I'm asking you these questions to see if you're really at a range.
Well, you're going to hear the gunshot in a minute.
That doesn't mean you're at a range. Could be at a
absolutely
school.
means I'm at a range. I'm at my gun club in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
It's legal. You're not going to get any repercussions.
All right.
That's what the last guy said.
The trees here don't care.
How
many you want?
Are you shooting at a target?
Yes.
What's your target? Silhouette?
If he doesn't
silhouette.
shoot it in a minute, tell him to put it in his
target.
mouth.
2 minutes. I'll do that in a minute.
All right.
I'll leave one for that.
Rapid fire. Empty it.
How many? 15? Empty it?
Just empty it.
Here. There you go. There you go.
All right. A shootout.
That's pretty cool.
I have another magazine if you like.
No, that's pretty good. I bet it sounds just like the first one. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Scott. Let's go to Rick in Winnipeg. Rick.
Hey guys. Congrats. You guys rocked.
Thank you.
I drove 24 hours nonstop just to get home. Got my trucker. I drove all the way home from the States just to get home in Winnipeg to watch your show.
Wait, they do Letterman in Canada?
Yeah, you bet.
Nice.
Of course they do.
I don't know.
Of course, you could have just gotten a cheap hotel room and watched one of their TVs.
Yeah,
risking the lives of millions.
Makes it more interesting to drive 24 hours and not sleep on crystal meth.
What are thousands? Sorry.
That's great.
You always got to go with millions.
Hey, I did first call only from Winnipeg, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you guys care. You guys rock.
All right.
I'm punching out.
Thank you, Rick.
Thanks, Rick. We're
Rick
going to
from
take
Winnipeg.
a break. We got a couple highlights from the MTV Video Music Awards.
Highlights. I think everyone is officially sick of Jack Black. Can we all agree?
That show is so done.
It's not.
I like Jack Black.
You
sick of him?
Yeah, I'm sick of him now. And the MTV Music Awards now are just kind of like, used to be hip, used to be something new, different. It was the anti-award show, and now it's just fallen into the same shit.
You can expect a surprise every time. Not anymore.
What was their big finale?
I don't know.
That was
every year they try to have that moment where everyone's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe it."
Yeah.
What was it this year? Sam knows.
They brought out Axl Rose to introduce the Killers.
Wait, they fucking did that.
They did the Axl Rose. Except this time he didn't perform. He just
great.
He just introduced the Killers, and the Killers performed.
That was their big finale.
Yes.
No, come on.
Wow, they got nothing.
And the place went nuts?
Yeah. They got nothing. Holy shit. That fucking mirror. Sam walked in. I thought there was a boom mic in the picture. You know, when like the big fuzzy boom mic gets in there? I swear to you. This mirror's gotta go.
All right, Sam, thanks. That was terrific.
Thank you, Sam. Sam's song.
Sam's not black. His ancestors, Thomas Jefferson. He's not black. He doesn't have big lips, just a real big thumb. Well, his skin's kinda weird. It's not black or white. If he's white, then he's dark. If he's black, he's light. Who the hell can figure? Who the hell can figure? If Sam's white or a nigger? White or a nigger? Yeah, we tease him, you know, 'cause he's white with an afro. Sam's not black. He's not black. Don't smoke crack. He ain't black.
There you go.
Yeah, we're not sure what he is.
We're still trying to figure it out. All right, we'll step aside for a little bit here.
Very cool song, the Dandy Warhols. Roland, we got Danny Bonaducey calling the show in a little while.
Yes.
What is he promoting?
He is promoting his new game show on the Game Show Network, Stars.
What?
He's promoting his. He's hosting a new.
What's going on?
He's hosting a new game show.
The game show.
What's the game show?
I forgot the name of it. I have it on the sheet.
What is it?
When does it air?
It's out. It's Friday wide. It's called Starface. It's on Tuesdays through Saturdays at 9:30 Eastern Time.
Mm-hmm. All right.
That's good, man. You got it all out.
Good appearance.
Yeah.
Anything we should ask Danny?
Bonaduce.
Who?
Bonaducey.
Douchey. Gonna kick your ass. Bonaducey.
Oh my God, we have found a new bit for the show. And it's the easiest one.
Hey, look how flustered he is.
I know. So the guys point us out to us, like, you got to get rolling on the air. He can't handle it. Dude, you meet celebrities all the time.
I
what
can
is
talk
wrong with
to
you?
any celebrity at any time. It's just when the camera or microphone's on, I disappear, they do it, and then I just...
You're gritting your teeth?
Yeah, you're really like, wow. He's freaking out.
I told you last night, too.
Could you just say this for us to make us happy?
Tommy Lee.
Tommy Jones.
And Danny Bonaduce.
Tommy Lee. All right, so what should we ask Danny Bonaduce? Douchey.
Yeah, what's he like working on?
He has a new. It's like a tabloid game show. They gave him for some reason. Oh,
What happened?
Nothing. Because this is just a new game show he's promoting, which he's really good.
Oh my! What happened? He's shying away from the mic. He's biting his nails.
Because he said they gave him a game show for some reason. See, he can't be saying stuff like that because he's like, he's in with all these publicists and
they get
celebrities.
Mad.
He's supposed to be the rah-rah guy, like
everything's
he's
wonderful,
for this
right?
Game show.
Yeah, well, I can't say that.
What?
No, just something popped in my head, and I realized I couldn't say that.
You ever think about running for office? I think you think good on your feet. What's going on in Iraq? Well, God, I can't say that. I can't say that.
Well, give us something. What can we ask him?
Saddam is a jerk. Oh, wait. I can't believe I said that. Can't say that.
Go ahead, Roland.
See if he's coming back to radio.
Seafies? See if he's.
Seafies. Friday wide.
Yeah.
Seafies, he's
That's shit and feces as one. Seafies. Yeah, go ahead. What can we ask him? You're in the know. You go to all the parties in New York. You meet celebrities all the time.
I know, but there's like half the stuff that I can't say that goes on. So it's like.
Well, you could kind of say it like a blind item.
Yeah.
In the newspaper.
His assistant's his wife, girlfriend, I think. Or
he sounds like a sober Tara Reid.
Let's go to Chad in Denver. Chad?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
So is douchebag's wife Summer's Eve that stumbling, mumbling idiot?
Summer's Eve.
Very good. Let's go to Brian in Wisconsin. Brian?
Hey, man, how's it going?
Hey.
I just want you guys to tear down, I think it's the 18th or 19th wall. I don't know who the hell this Friday Wide guy is. This is the second day in a row. Who is he? What does he do? Why is he on the show?
Yeah, all right, Brian. He's Roland, and if you noticed, the guests have gotten much better for the Opie and Anthony show.
Yeah.
Roland is responsible for that. But he's just a dummy.
He is so behind the
scenes. When there's a live mic in front of him.
He's great behind the scenes at what he does, but getting us guests.
Right.
But put a microphone in front of him, and you get things like this.
It's out Friday wide.
God, we got to develop something for you. Give me 3 days. We'll have something by Tuesday. So anything on Danny?
See if he's coming back to radio. I don't know. If he's doing a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Or...
Were you born with like one lung? There just doesn't seem to be like enough oxygen coming out.
Asking a question.
We're helping him out, though. The best is letting him just keep going. He's hoping we're going to jump in and save his ass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Guest for the show, Roland. Who do we got coming up on the Opie and Anthony show in the future?
Mike Rose calling in on Tuesday to promote Dirty Jobs. And Dennis Leary might be able to call in next week to talk about Rescue Me.
All right. Maybe able to go.
Is that it?
No, there's more guests coming up in the future.
Who are you working on?
Mark Wahlberg in November. The Killers in October, November to perform.
How about Tom Ali? Is he coming in?
Tom Ali?
In about 2 weeks. He's coming in to promote the Rockstar Supernova tour.
Yeah.
Working on Steve Carell for The Office. Hugh Lowry.
That's good, Steve Carell.
Yeah, good.
Hugh Lowry for House.
House.
Is any of this like exciting?
Yeah. Good times.
Way to turn from that enthusiasm.
Steve Colbert, we're working on a date so you could come in.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Because you've been.
I love the Colbert Report.
And
Colbert Report.
Alexander Payne, the director of.
What? Director of
Sideways and. Oh shit.
The new one. The other movie, the one with the guy.
About Schmidt.
What?
Why are you helping him out? Let him suffer.
Damn, you helped him out?
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Wow. You're like that guy that gave Jesus water in the street.
Yeah, you
should be kicked.
And many other guests working on it.
And many other. And many more.
Many more guests.
Many more.
What are you gonna be doing this weekend? We got the long weekend.
Yeah, what are you doing?
3-day weekend, you know.
Gonna go see some movies.
Which ones?
Probably Crank.
Yeah. Action packed.
Action packed. I know what's out.
You said movies.
Oh, my God.
And when does Crank open?
It's out Friday wide.
What movies are you going to see? Well, I wanted to read something.
Yeah, don't
Check something out here.
That's
What
all
movies
he
are you gonna see?
That's all he does is go to the movies. Like,
Yeah.
what are you going to do? We got 3 days off. I'm going out to Long Island. I'm going to be at F.H. Riley's. My brother's joined. And what are you going to do for 3 days?
Probably go to movies, hit the bars, drink.
Loosen up a little when you drink?
Yeah.
What do you drink?
Sarsaparilla. Probably go see Trust the Man, Little Miss Sunshine again.
Again?
It was really good.
Holy shit. Wow.
Little Miss Sunshine was a great movie.
It was really good. Steve Carell was in there.
Yeah,
Are you one of those guys like you can't even open like your apartment door because you have so many like movies on like tape and shit? You one of those guys? Like you bring like a Thanksgiving dinner with you and just sit there all day?
Pretty much.
All right, this is starting to get sad, guys.
Well, Momo has the bit. Momo.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen.
Hey.
Hey, first of all, congratulations on your appearance on Letterman, and congratulations on actually making it on there. But the reason I was calling was I think you should have Roland and Big A do the news on Friday, but just have Roland only do the entertainment news. I think that would be it might be a pretty good bit.
I think that's a great idea.
Entertainment news.
Then play like dramatic music underneath them as he hypes the music that's the movies that are coming out.
Yeah, can we get this done for Tuesday? Hopefully Big A could do the news. You and Big A will do the news Tuesday.
Oh my God! Sam just like gave the thumbs up. Two of them, and it almost hit the ceiling. Those things are huge.
Hey, I did good.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
they look like the old handle you'd pull on one of the old-fashioned toilets.
Those are giant thumbs, man.
All right, Momo, great idea.
Hey, finally came up with something for the show, huh?
Yeah, it's about time because we were keeping track. You can continue calling the show now.
Thank you.
So,
all right, Momo.
All right, let's go to Kenny in Tennessee. Kenny.
Hey, guys, I just want this stuttering prick to know that if it wasn't for radio gold that he's providing, he'd be unemployed this afternoon.
How?
Tis after?
Wait.
Roland.
Roland, what do you have to say to Kenny?
He's a douchebag.
Oh, hey, he's got an edge. He's got an edge.
Kenny,
By the way, the virus is spreading in Tennessee, guys. You wouldn't believe it. Anthony, the impressions that you do, you think you were just the real people. And Opie, you are definitely the glue that holds it all together.
Well, I'm
rubber, you're glue. Whatever I say.
All right, thanks, bro. Let's go to Nick in Illinois. Nick?
Yo, what's up, guys? Congratulations on Letterman.
Thanks.
I think you should have Roland do, like, gossip entertainment news.
You know what?
And a gossip entertainment news, like all the news on all the stars and what they're doing. This way it can be like 10 minutes of complete stuttering and silence.
You know, it's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. Now, we were busy with the Letterman thing. Did you watch the Video Music Awards on MTV?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Perfect. All right, thanks, Nick. We're going to talk to him about that. So why don't you give us the...
I watched it twice.
Why don't you give us the rundown?
I just saw like the last half of the awards with Jack Black, and when Panic on the Disco won, they had some guy jump up on the stage when Jennifer Lopez tried to give an award.
Like,
holy shit. This is our big Video Music Awards wrap-up. Let's go. Explain that.
Jack Black was okay, not that great. I mean, he's a great actor.
Oh, God.
Welcome to the barrel.
Yeah, you got. Don't worry, you got maybe only 1 million people listening, and now the camera is on your sweaty face. So continue with the rundown from the Video Music Awards.
Jack Black was probably the best host they had.
Really? Why?
Oh yeah.
They can see you making those faces, by the way.
Yeah.
Why though was he the best host?
Funny and entertaining.
Really?
Yeah.
What did he do? That was funny. Give me an example of
Tenacious
a bit.
D came out, performed. did his stick of when he goes, hello. That's the type of stuff.
So that's the comedy of Jack Black. Hello.
I could listen to this all day. Go ahead.
He didn't do his stick, he did his stick.
His stick. Did some stick.
All right, what else? What else, man? We didn't get to see it.
Yeah.
Christina Aguilera performed that song.
Christina Aguilera?
Christina Aguilera. Raconteurs performed in and out of commercial, like a house band. A lot of rappers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of rappers, okay.
That's all I saw.
That's all you saw?
That's all I saw. I just saw the last 15, 20 minutes.
You said you saw the second half of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
it show's like 5 hours long.
15 minutes of it.
15. Highlight of that 15 minutes for you, personally.
Jack Black's wonderful hosting skills.
Why was he wonderful?
Well,
Tenacious D performance.
Yeah, he said that already, but that wasn't him hosting, that was him singing. So why was he a wonderful host?
He moved the show along quickly. The 15 minutes I saw.
15 minutes. Wow.
It went by quick.
Yeah. So you didn't see any other performances? Just Christina Aguilera?
Yeah, that one.
Raconteurs and not a commercial. And then...
Any outfits that kind of struck you?
So you must have seen
J-Lo's.
the end of the show.
She looks like a little...
Little what?
A troll, I guess. I don't know. She wore all silver.
Is that something trolls wear?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get the silver troll thing.
You trying to say a tramp?
No. I'm trying to edit myself out because I can't say it.
It's falling apart right in front of us.
Trying to edit myself.
Edit myself because I can't say. Oh, what are you getting now? Calls from people?
No, not yet.
Anything else about entertainment, news, gossip, celebrities before we move on?
Who's the worst?
The worst? Oh, Jesus. I'm just trying to think of a person who won't do the show that could say that name. I can't say it.
Come on, it's all about being honest, man.
Yeah, you don't have to worry. We could sacrifice a guest.
Yeah, we don't care.
If they're the worst, we don't want them. So that's
right.
You know.
Probably the most boring guest would be...
you.
Yeah, I know that. I don't know.
No.
The worst. I got nothing. I mean, they're all different. Some of them are different. Some of them are better guests than others.
Who is the worst? Answer the fucking question.
The worst.
The worst? Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, man, you shouldn't have said that. Her we probably would have liked to have had on the show at some point.
I know.
All right, let's end with the Club Soda Kenny impression that everyone says you do so well.
Thank you. That's all I got.
That's it?
They're jumping up and down in the other room.
Oh, they loving it in that other room, man.
Everyone says you do a great Club Soda Kenny. That's all you got?
Yeah, that's all I got.
And you do Poe as well. It's like you're listening to Master Poe himself. Yeah. Go ahead.
Free food, gentlemen.
That was just you, though.
All right, Roland, why don't you talk to Danny Bonaducci for us? Danny!
Speaking.
How are you, sir?
Man.
I'm good. How are you guys?
We can't complain today. We're in a very good mood.
Good. What is it?
Oh, you got a horrendous phone.
I'm sorry?
Your phone is like...
Dude, is that your phone that sucks this bad?
No, it's your phone.
Sure.
Can he call us back on another line?
Yeah.
I think he said he's going to call us right back.
In the meantime, I would love to hear back-to-back Yes.
A little club soda Kenny.
Yep.
Little Master Poe.
And Master Poe.
Into Master.
Okay.
Anything you got? You got it? Anything?
Go ahead.
Master. It's something a little different, maybe. You know, change it up a little.
That's right.
Kenny, you've heard a lot of stuff Kenny says. Maybe GH. Can I get your cereal? Things like
let's
that.
do a club. So you want him to start with the club soda Kenny impression?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. It's rolling.
GH, do you need any more cereal?
And then...
It's phenomenal.
He does these impersonations. I swear, you would think it was the real people.
This is horrific. Okay.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Okay, horrific.
Motherfucker.
All right, Roland, you're going to be our entertainment expert for the Opie and Anthony show.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
passed
Got
the
a new
audition.
gig.
Thank you.
What do you think of our What do you think of our appearance on Letterman?
You guys did a really good job, though, because he doesn't really take two guests at the same time. So for them to invite you back is really good.
I think they covered all that.
He makes one of the most exciting moments in my life sound like a fucking prostate exam.
Danny.
This is exactly why I actually had to stay up to watch you on Letterman, because I can't make phones or TiVos or fry a friggin' egg. If I could do any of these things, I'd be single.
You're on a better phone, though. You sound better.
Good. I'm down in my kitchen.
Congratulations for was it the top moment in reality show history?
Which one?
I was watching on what was it, VH1 over the weekend, and they were counting down. You know, they have to count down everything nowadays, but they were doing like what was it, cringe reality moments or something like that. I believe you were number one.
Oh, nice. You know what? I'm probably number 1 through 7 would be my guess.
When you dramatically took the was it vodka into the cranberry?
Yeah.
And just dramatically let the vodka bottle empty into the cranberry bottle and then chugged it. That was terrific.
I say when I cram the steroids into my ass, it's the cramming the vodka into the bottles moment. If I had to pick.
And then getting on your longboard and just flowing into traffic with not a care in the world.
Well, you know what? I really didn't think this is so odd. When I lived in New York City, I used to drive by motorcycle and almost always drunk. And my wife said to me, that's probably not in your best interest. And I told her, stone sober and with a straight face, no, the traffic in this town is so fast, people are really only going fast enough to knock me down, probably not kill me. And that was my theory about running that red light on the skateboard. I figured, it's probably going to hurt, but I'll survive it.
Yeah, and you did. You certainly. That show is the show coming back?
Yeah, it'll be back in October. I agreed to do a second season of Breaking Bonaducey just to apologize for the first season.
Yeah, but you got
If anybody can relate to this, I think it is you guys.
Right.
Because I was watching you last night on Letterman. You did a great job, by the way. I don't really know you, but I was very proud of you.
Thank you, Danny.
But I was shocked and dismayed that I had been fired from my radio station at the end of that television show.
Right.
I had been telling stories about my life every day on the radio for 16 years. I told a million stories like that. And I think what happened is when my boss actually saw one, he said, I can't have this guy in my employ. So I think that was the big shocker for me, was that people took it quite so seriously. So season 2 I did in an attempt to make up for season 1 so I'd look much more employable.
So you're going to be softer?
No, I suck, dude. I'm such an ass.
Are you going to be romantic, Danny?
I'm the same jerk, dude. I'm drunk and mean.
Oh, you're still drinking?
Oh, wait, maybe I should say that.
Dude, that first season made me want to do roids. He was ripped.
You were ripped, bro.
Okay, I got to tell you, out of everything I've ever done, because, I've made the worst decisions ever when drunk. I mean, I've done just ridiculous stuff, and I've crashed my bikes, and I've gotten in fights I couldn't possibly win, and slept with women that had mustaches. I mean, I just have made bad calls on alcohol. But roids, dude, I just looked bitchin'.
I'm telling you, man, he looked like he could have done the next Rambo. When he sticks it in his shoulder, I was like, good Lord. I don't know how old are you, Danny?
I'm 47.
I mean, that made me want to do roids. I'm like, this guy is shredded at 47.
It was a great commercial for roids.
It really was. And it's funny because the anger, everybody said, oh, this guy went into roid rage. I had been doing roids behind my wife's back for quite a while, and she never noticed because I was just kidding around. I had been sober for quite a while, and she never noticed. And then I started drinking again and turned back into this combative jerk. And everybody who didn't know me blamed the roids. I got to tell you, I mean, I can't go ahead around and in all good conscience condone the use of an illegal drug. But if you get your hands, and this is the cool thing because it takes an extra step of balls to really use them. Because when I first used steroids, don't have any experience, and a guy hands me a huge needle because steroids are in a very thick oil, and it's almost like an ice pick you have to ram into your bottle. So, and aside from that, he gives me the bottle, and on the bottle is a picture of a horse, and it says veterinario on the top. So I'm actually shooting oil made for Mexican horses with an ice pick into my ass.
Hey, how many home runs do you think you could hit a year?
That is the only drawback is I am now banned from Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
I really loved them.
There goes your career in baseball. Hey, we were telling the story the other day, and we want to know if it's true, if it's false, if some of the facts are true.
I don't think he'll ever say the name, but...
oh, really?
You know, a man, Dick?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a story about maybe a fight that happened.
I will tell you. Okay,
it makes us laugh, man. We've heard this story a few times over the years.
This should make you want to fly out to LA and kiss me right on the mouth. I know every other jock in the world does, and I've really never told the story in detail because they were legal problems. But let's allege that there was a jock called Boy Bovine or something like that. Whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
This guy was hassling me on the radio and works 2 doors down. He literally works not only in the same building, on the same hallway. So I marched into his show one day and said, dude, I will drag you out of here and beat you to death. Don't do it again. So he stopped immediately. But then he went after my friends, and I figured they're grown men. They can defend themselves, which they failed to, and that kind of bothered me. But one day he said something about a particular friend of mine who had a child with a particular difficulty. And I said, I've had all I'm going to take of this guy. And I told him flat out, I said, the next time I see you, because at that point he started having bodyguards at the front of his door, because he knew I wasn't playing with him. So one day I'm waiting for the elevator. It opens. I walk in, and there he is. And I push the button. The door closes. And you know how there's that quiet moment where nobody knows what to say?
Yeah.
I don't have those. I just looked at him immediately, and I went, wow, today's your day, man. Because I had all the time in the world to think, I went, are you just scared to death, or do you think there's a way out of this?
You're just fucking with him.
There was a girl with him, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, classic.
And so he steps out into the parking structure, into an underground parking lot. I mean, if I was a soprano, I'd have shot him on the
Perfect spot, man.
So, I mean, we're barely out of the door, and I turn around and I expect, because by the way, I'm 5'6", and aside from that one moment on steroids, I'm a 3-pack-a-day smoker. I'd been an active drunk for a decade at this point. The only thing that makes me a real live threat is that I don't know that I'm not 6'5" and tough. I failed to notice that I'm a short, wheezing chain smoker. So I turned to the guy to actually fight, and he puts this girl up to his chest and literally, not figuratively, literally hides behind her. And I said, "Are you kidding me? You're gonna hide behind this girl?" And he said something, and I said, "Do you have no honor?" And dig this. This will tell you everything you need to know about this guy. He looked at me and he said, honor? What year do you think this is? As if honor comes with some sort of expiration date.
Yeah.
Now, of course, had he asked me, I'd have had the decency to say, no, of course I don't have any honor. Look at me, I'm a drunk disc jockey. But he said, what year is it? So I went after the girl. I said something really terrible about the girl, and I even apologized to her right afterwards. I said a terrible thing about his girlfriend, and I said, I'm sorry. And I stepped back, just assuming any man would now have to step up to the plate.
Right.
And he didn't. And I said, are you going to let me talk to her like that again? And he said, I don't care if you talk all day. And he said, something I didn't like, and I realized he's a full head and shoulders taller than the girl. So I just jumped in the air and tagged him in the head as hard as I could and dropped him right behind his girlfriend. And she's just standing there over his lifeless body. And I got back in the elevator and I left. And my staff went down, and let's say that he went by the name Bull on the radio, shall we? My staff actually went down to the parking lot and drew a chalk outline of a cow for all the world to see. And then it gets better. Dig this. So he goes on the radio and talks about how I attacked him when he wasn't looking, and he's going to sue me, and that I sucker punched him and this and all that. And I tell him, buddy, I want you to sue me. I need you to sue me. You know why? Because there's security cameras everywhere. And all they're going to show on the news every single night is you standing behind a woman as a guy half your size kicks your ass. So he backed down. And the cool part is there were no security cameras. I just made it up on the spot, and he went for it. But that is my
very good
disc jockey story.
That's awesome.
I've really met, probably in my 16 years on the air, I've met maybe 3 jocks that didn't deserve death. You know what I mean? We're not a great breed of people.
No, a lot of assholes.
This guy really had it coming, I felt.
I hope we're in your friend category.
So far.
All right, so far.
No, things are going really nicely. Plus, I haven't had a chance to hear too much of you. I've either been on at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't currently get XM. I will certainly listen to you in the future. But I've heard nothing but great things about you, and you killed. I really thought you killed on Letterman last night.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, man.
So what's up?
I felt because people in TV don't get, people, I was at the Emmys the other night, and people that I knew hated each other were standing right next to each other being friendly.
Right.
And I thought David brought up a person that you actively hate and went out of your way and very ballsy to admit you hate that guy. And Letterman couldn't get that. People in TV say I hate you, and then, have cocktails together where, there are disc jockeys I would set on fire and make a hole on their chest. That's how people in radio hate.
It is a personal hatred, man.
And I thought you guys really pulled that off nicely.
Yeah, because Letterman was trying to get serious with that whole thing, and Anthony completely diffused the situation when he went into his Howard impression.
By the way, never heard that before. Brilliant, man.
Yeah,
never heard that before. Absolutely brilliant.
So, Danny, enough about us. What's up with this game show? It's called Starface.
Oh, you're very, you're very kind. Yeah, it's called Starface. It's on, I believe, Tuesday through Saturday night on the Game Show Network, 9:30 Tuesday through Saturday, and basically it's the National Enquirer meets Jeopardy. If you know who's sleeping with who's in rehab, who's taking drugs, and who's getting a divorce, you can win at Starface.
Oh, cool, like pop culture.
We're building a whole category to Mel Gibson at this very moment. I went in, you'll think that I went in for the audition because, after breaking Bonaduchey, and like I said, I was surprised, after breaking Bonaduchey, there was not this mad dash to hire me that I thought there would be. Because I told my wife, she said, Danny, I don't think you should do this. I don't think you're ever going to work again. I said, honey, I'm a disc jockey. I work in Babylon. I am surrounded by whores, and I am their king. This is perfect. Don't worry. Everything's going to be great. And sure enough, everybody was terrified to give me this job. So I went down to give me any job. So I went down to audition, just like any other audition. There was 150 other game show host type guys, and I don't remind a lot of people of Chuck Woolery. You know what I'm saying? I don't really come off as a game show guy, but they had this segment called Mugshots. And what it is, we show a mugshot of a celebrity and then ask questions about that night. And I would like to personally thank from the bottom of my heart Nick Nolte for making that category what it is today.
Oh, yeah.
But I turned to the producer, and I said, listen, if we ever run out of mugshots, we can use mine, and with me, you get to pick an era. And I think that cinched it. And sure enough, by episode 5, we were using my mug shots and using me as a category. So that's gotten to be really fun.
We'll definitely take a look at that. That's for sure.
Good. I'd appreciate it. I'm keeping busy as I can, waiting for several morning shows to die so I can take their job.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, I'm a game show host.
Are they calling you in New York or what?
I got an offer. I got an offer in New York almost immediately, and I was very grateful for it. But I promised my daughter, and I can't, I'm a really good husband and father when my wife is really threatening to take half my money, and she's just not kidding. And we had made this promise a while ago that I wouldn't move my daughter till she was out of the 6th grade.
Yeah.
So I said no to that job, and she's a nice kid and everything. But had I known it was going to be this difficult, she might be going to school in the Bronx right now. It looks like, so I got offered a job in New York right away and could not take it. But now it's getting close enough where I think I could take it and commute, because she starts the 6th grade. Are you ready, my little girl? Starts the 6th grade on Monday.
Wow.
I know.
I remember watching you. Was that 6 years ago?
No, sixth grade. So
or yeah,
12.
12. Yeah, that was wow. You were pushing her around.
I think we tell Danny this every time. We went out to L.A. when Aunt and I first started working together. We went through one of those radio.
It's like our first week.
One of those radio tours. You were out there. We were at the Comedy Store, and we saw you pushing your newborn daughter around at the time.
Now
she's 12.
What's funny about that is I was actually there as a jock. This will give you an idea of how desperate jocks can get. I was there as a disc jockey, and whenever no celebrities would show up, which is almost all the time at those things, I would be raised instantaneously from local disc jockey to national celebrity.
Yeah, you were the A-lister.
To do a tour of other people's radio shows.
You were the fucking A-lister, man. Absolutely.
I like myself more. I'm much more comfortable being the king of the B-list. The A-list, everybody's trying to throw you off. When I look at my seat, like the A-list is like, Tom Cruise. What a drag right now. It's like, for me, my subjects are like Barry Williams and Eddie Munster. You know what I'm saying? I'm the king of the B-list.
That's your competition.
I'm very comfortable there.
That is really, really good.
Yeah, I've seen you turn up on a couple of those VH1 childhood star tragedy stories.
And then that really bothers me, because my childhood was so fun. If they had, confessions of an adult ex-child star loser, then everything about being a child star rocks. It's being an ex-child star that sucks. In high school, I must have weighed... At 5'6", I probably weighed close to 200 pounds, probably about 33% body fat, and I took 2 friggin' cheerleaders to the prom. Why? Because I was Danny Partridge once. Stop your whining, Corey friggin' Feldman, and get a job.
All right.
I heard your story about waiting tables.
Oh, God, that just sucked. I will tell you.
Oh, it was tragic, man, when I was listening to it.
Dude, being a famous busboy is possibly on the high end of suck jobs.
Busboy.
But I will tell you, this is why I feel no matter, there is this little spell. I got my own TV show again, but I do radio. I'm on the season opener of CSI, for God's sakes, in a split episode coming up, I think, in September.
Cool.
So I'm doing fine in TV, but I hate TV. I do TV so I can be a famous disc jockey, because I've been on the radio for 16 years. I haven't worked 16 weeks in 20 years of television. It's just not a real job. So after being really famous, I had to go out and get a gig. And unfortunately, when you were famous during your formative years, people fail to teach you stuff. I didn't know how to, it's not like I was going to all of a sudden say, well, I think I better be an architect because I've been rich and famous my whole life.
Yeah, you had no skills except for being on TV.
At all. So first, I was a bartender, and that went poorly for everybody. And then I was a security guard, and I remember I got arrested one time, and they interviewed 2 people that had given me a job, and the guy that owned the bar said, I can't believe I gave that guy liquor, and the guy that owned the security company said, I can't believe I gave that guy a gun, because it was a pretty nice combination for me. So I finally became a waiter, and that sucks because just physical confrontations would happen. One guy would say, hey, Partridge, my soup's cold, one too many times, because he wouldn't realize that 50 people had already said it.
Yeah. Hey, Danny Partridge.
It's not much of, right, exactly.
Oh, God,
And
what a
it's not
tool.
much of an insult. Hey, Partridge, my soup is cold.
Yeah.
But if 22 tables have just said it to you, when you stick a fork in this bastard's shoulder, people think you overreacted. But I heard it all day.
But there were 19 shoulders you left alone.
Exactly. Plus, now that I've made some sort of a comeback, I'll bet that 4-pronged scar in his shoulder is a story he gets to tell.
You know who did that?
That freak from Breaking Bonaduce and the Partridge Family stabbed me. I know. I've got scars worth talking about. That guy gets to tell a story. The saddest thing about that, though, was when I realized any job I tried to do in public was going to be a humiliation for me, but I did, in fact, have to eat, and I think at that time still pay for drugs. I'm not quite sure of that era. So I applied for the job of the lobster for Red Lobster.
Oh, my God. Oh, shit.
The guy that stands out on the corner with a sign that says Lobster Fest.
Yeah.
A big lobster. Because I had to try and find a job where I could live, but people wouldn't see my face.
Oh, my God.
So I went in.
Should have been the Wendy's girl.
And I didn't get the job. I did not meet the requirements to be the lobster.
What the hell were the requirements?
I don't know. I'm hopefully it's like Johnny Bravo, and I just didn't.
Yeah, didn't fit the suit.
But there's possible, they might have needed somebody who could stand erect for at least 8 hours at a time, and if that year, that wasn't me.
And Danny was telling stories about, like, he'd be outside, and people would ask him to take pictures, and he'd be leaning on a car, take a picture, and it was his car that he was living in.
Oh, yeah.
So he's famous and homeless.
A&E is doing my biography. Hold on a second. Honey, when are they doing my biography?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure. What is it that you do here?
Oh, shit.
I mean, that's their whole thing. Anyway, so A&E is doing my biography sometime, I think, either this month or early September. We just finished doing it. And I took them on that tour. I used to live in my car behind Grauman's Chinese Theater. And when I would just feel too bad and too horrifying, I would walk around the corner and stand in the middle of Grauman's Chinese, and the second somebody would recognize the guy from the Partridge Family, it's on. And now I'm this huge star taking pictures with fat families from Wyoming, and I'm signing autographs and taking pictures, and these people have no idea that I'm going to crawl back to my car where I live 5 minutes from now.
Yeah.
Jesus
Christ.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, it was very odd.
It's great to know that Hollywood takes care of their own, huh?
Oh, well, you know what? It's a feeding frenzy of sharks out here. But you know what? At some point, I have become either a decent shark my own self or at least a faster swimmer. And you know what I mean? I wasn't raised nor geared nor hoped and dreamed to be a game show host. But sure enough, I screw up as badly as Breaking Bonaduce was a screw-up, and I still end up with my own TV show.
You just wish you probably had tapes from before that show, huh?
What do you mean?
Like living out of your car and all that stuff.
No, you don't. To be honest,
you weren't filming yourself back then.
You could do a prequel.
Yeah, right.
I've never actually seen any of Breaking Bonaduce because it's different to talk about this stuff than to show it. I did see one clip. Apparently, my show is huge in Latin America. Huge. We're the #1 show in Mexico, the #1 show, and the #1 or 2 show in Colombia, which, by the way, at the press conference, I thought they'd have a sense of humor. This lady from Colombia got up and said, "How does it feel to have the #1 show in Colombia?" And I said, "It's about time some of you bastards sent some of my money back to me." And she didn't laugh, not even a little.
Yeah.
But, so I was down there, and they were dubbing this one scene that I had never seen, because I've never seen any of the show, into Spanish. And it's the scene where my wife is having strippers at some sort of bachelorette party or some such thing.
Yeah.
And I find out about it.
Yeah.
And I'm wasted at this point. And I got to tell you, I think there's a reason that I've had some success in radio, and that is because wasted out of my mind, I jump out of a moving limousine. I jump into some stranger's car who recognizes me and I demand to be taken to the hotel. He turns out to be a lunatic. I jump out of his car. I've got cuts and bruises. I've got a blood alcohol level of 100%. And I grab my phone, I call my wife, and I say this: if I get to that hotel and there's one guy wearing less than a turtleneck, somebody's going to get killed. Wearing less than a turtleneck? That's brilliant for a drunk, violent, bleeding drunk.
Yeah, the look you had in your eye was pretty scary.
By the way, you should have seen the poor Mexican actor trying to dub that in, because I got really mad. I got really mad when I saw it. I got mad all over again. And I walk into the room with him, and through an interpreter, who was a lady, by the way, I'm saying, "You're not angry enough. Don't you see? I'm right. I'm right. You're not mad enough." And they're all just going, "Oh, my God, how do we get out of the room with this guy?"
That's amazing. So are you guys getting along these days, you and your wife?
Honey, are we getting along these days?
No.
I guess she's going with no, apparently.
That must say my website.
We're doing okay. We're not divorced. She's right. I mean, she wouldn't be down here having coffee with me. We're not that kind of okay had I not been doing this interview and awakened the entire family.
What about the sex life? I remember breaking Bonaducey. That wasn't really going well for you.
The sex life has taken a very odd turn.
Yeah.
Hey, honey, come here. I'm going to discuss your sex life with Opie and Anthony. You're busy. That's what you say when I actually want sex. What has happened now is, and I thought this would be great, and it's not. She will give me sex whenever I want it. And here's how this happened. The doctor, who I hated, Dr. Botox, face won't move for 2 full seasons.
Why didn't you punch that guy in the face?
Because things got real serious with him. That guy I felt was going to cost me my career, because, I was putting on, I will tell you, I was drunk and out of control for a lot of that show. But for a lot of that show, I wasn't. I've been successful in mediating the wild man Bonaducey through a very successful career in the last decade. And this guy kept threatening to quit the show over my behavior. And then VH1 kept saying, if the doctor quits the show because you're a nut, then insurance says we have to close down the show. And if the show closes down because I'm a nut, I am now a nut who cost somebody a show. And I've never even been late for work, not once in my life.
And that's bad in Hollywood.
You don't get to be this kind of raving lunatic and late for work. I've only been sick 2 days in 16 years.
That guy looked like he had serious issues during that show.
And so I really had to play a little more careful with him, because he kept threatening to pull the plug. But one thing he did that was fabulous is he started negotiating sex for me. And we came up with this number of 3 times a week. And everybody finally agreed to that. And one day, Gretchen was acting too busy. And I said, you don't have 5 minutes for your husband? You don't have 5 minutes out of your day that you can do this? And she said, okay, 5 minutes. So then I figured, well, that's actually 15 minutes a week she has promised me. If I could learn to have sex in 1 minute, I could then have sex 15 times a week. So I'm getting it down to around that area, somewhere around 10 times a week. But I got to tell you, where you would think for guys, fulfilling isn't really that important. Just getting laid is the whole thing.
Yeah.
But now it's gotten to the point where, she's still discussing what's on her favorite soap while we're doing it. Look, I knew Jessica would be cheating on Tim. I mean, I don't think you should read during sex. You should at least pretend you're interested.
God, why would you ever get married? Everybody has these stories.
Yeah. Horror stories.
Literally, it comes down to that. Why wouldn't you just go rub one out? Just fuck it.
Oh, I do that too. I've got a real issue there, so I do that as well. But I'll tell you, in all honesty, for the most part, I really enjoy being married. There are parts of me sometimes, especially, now that I'm doing all right again, what do I have on this? This next month I've got CSI, the game show, Starface, Season 2 of Breaking Bonaducey, and some other television show. I'm doing, really well. And I'll bet I could get laid a lot. But, on the other hand, I really do prefer... I've tried being single. You might have read about it in the Inquirer.
Yeah.
I don't make good calls. So I got to say, in the long run, I actually promote marriage, and I wouldn't be fooling around trying to fix this one if I didn't love her and think, I married the right woman. Just she should have sex with me more often.
Aww. All right, Danny, you're a great guest, man.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it, and hopefully I'll be seeing you back on the air shortly.
Cool, man.
I've heard rumors your afternoon guy sucks. I'm only kidding. I don't know who it is.
On what station? We're all over the place.
Yeah, I was going to say, that was an interesting thing last night. I had no idea you guys did mornings and then had to walk up the street. I swear to God, that's as lame as me in the lobster suit, you guys.
Oh, they didn't want... We had no choice, though. They didn't want to relinquish control.
It just says so much about the business we have chosen.
Yeah, they both want to show that they have a big dick. It's like, come on, what about us? But they're like, fuck that. We want you to do the first half over here, and then we want the second half from this studio. We do a show from 2 studios every day, and we also have to broadcast a walk from one studio to the other.
In all seriousness, because I have become not just from last night, but you've been really very kind to me and helped me promote things on this radio show this morning. But the fact of the matter is, your problems start when they stop fighting over you.
Bravo.
And right now,
you're right.
The 2 huge companies are fighting for where you do 2 of your different shows. You guys are heavily blessed, and worry about when they go, I don't give a rat's ass where they.
Yeah, go ahead. Go wherever you want.
Right on. All right, Danny, we'll be in touch.
Cool.
But it's Starface. It's on the Game Show Network Tuesday through Saturday, 9:30 Eastern.
Absolutely.
And breaking Bonadouchey Season 2 coming up.
I really do appreciate. Oh, my wife just slipped this under me. Can I plug my wife's website? Hold on a second. Tell Opie and Anthony you will absolutely have sex with me right after this phone call if I put out your website.
I will. I promise.
Swear to God.
All right.
From behind. I pushed it.
Danny.
Closing lines. You guys are going to get me laid. I really appreciate it.
Danny, you know now because it only takes a minute to 5 minutes depending how much time you want to give up on this certain sex act here. You're going to have to call us back because we're on till 11.
Oh, wait. Let's see if she's a good sport at all. Hang on, you guys.
I am calling you out. You have to call us after you have sex.
Wait. Don't give up so friggin' easily. Listen to me, honey. They've made a challenge to me because I can get it done in 1 minute, which is true, right?
That's correct.
Can we just do it right now on the Opie and Anthony show?
No.
Come on.
Absolutely not.
Please.
I love you guys, but no.
I was rooting for you guys.
Well, call us back after your minute.
All right. Here's her website for her clothing design. It is Bonaducey, that's my name, BONADUCE.biz. That's Gretchen's clothing line. And by the way, she started that to have enough money to leave me. So there's a good chance that every dollar you spend, 30 cents will go to her lawyer. Call me back. Give me 2 minutes because we have to get upstairs.
All right, cool.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Danny. He will call back in 2 minutes now.
After he's all fucked out.
He can last a minute? What's his secret?
That was terrific.
You folks fell on your face. You get an F- in my book.
All right, Roland, what did you think of the interview there?
Danny was great.
What did you like about the interview?
He had great stories.
Like what?
The man-cow story and him being homeless. And his Bonaduce stories. Bonaduce stories.
Bonaduce. He just said it.
Say his name.
Danny Bonaduce.
You're in this business, you ass. You should know the names of the celebrities that you're trying to promote on shows and stuff.
I do when there's not a mic in front of me.
What's his name? Go ahead.
Come on.
Danny Bonaduce.
You guys don't understand. This is what he does for a living. He's got to be in the know.
God.
His name is what?
Danny Bonaduce.
Douchey.
Hey, douchey.
All right, one more try. It's
Danny Bonaduce.
He is falling apart.
Totally.
Danny Bonaduce.
This is your career.
You're a classic, man. We just talked to the guy for half an hour. For the love of God, what is his name?
What is his name? Go ahead.
Jesus. Danny Bonaduce. Bonaduce.
You're saying the same two things over and over.
Yeah, neither one of those is right.
They're wrong. There might be
Come
a
up
third
with
option.
another option.
Right. So it would be.
What would that be?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, no.
Go ahead.
I don't know. Danny.
Danny's good. We'll accept that.
Just my mind went blank right now. Bonaduce.
That's one of the two. There's a third option.
It's not Bonaduce, and it's not Bonaducey. What is it?
Why am I blank?
Danny.
Danny Bonaduce.
Oh my.
I had his name when I talked to the publicist.
I'm telling you, it's Tara Reid.
Oh, this is great. It's okay. It's not Bonaduce, so don't say Bonaduce
Don't say
anymore.
Right.
It's not Bonaducey, so don't say Bonaducey anymore. Just give it a try. There's a third option. If you got it, give it a whirl.
I got nothing.
Danny.
Bonnet.
Danny.
Bonnet. Oh, Jesus. I like to think it's Danny Bonaduce. I don't know why. That's all I have in my head.
That's all he has.
Oh, you fantastic, man.
Like he's a truck driver and he's not. This is your
How
career.
has he been walking around this studio for so long?
I'm so mad.
Gold.
This guy's
has been walking
I'm
around.
mad at Than and Derek and Travis and
Ourselves.
Danny and Steve for not bringing this to our attention sooner. You're a dummy.
This guy has been famous your whole life.
Yeah.
All right.
I know.
All right.
The names are just when the mic's in front of me.
The name of the show is Breaking
Bonaduce. I have nothing. It's just like, I know the name, but everything that keeps on popping in my head is like Bonaduce, Bonaducey, Bonaduce, Bonaduce in my freaking head. Breaking Bonaduce.
Work it out. Work it out loud.
Yeah.
You got it all right into the last syllable. Just keep trying the last syllable.
Bonaduce.
We've told you that's wrong. Never say it again, ever. We need electrodes.
Hit your knuckles.
We need electric. Yes.
Bring the mousetrap back.
Get a ruler or something, and your knuckles have to get hit if you say Bonaduce again.
Get your hand on the table.
Or Bonaducey.
All right.
Okay.
This is like Sharky's machine.
Yeah, let's go.
All
right. What's his name?
Danny.
Too much time.
Danny.
Bonaduce.
Oh, God.
Wrong.
Come on.
Never say it that way again, ever. What's his name? Danny?
Breaking Bonaduce.
His hand is starting to shake.
Once I leave the room, it'll come to my head.
All right, come on.
Because of my head.
Breaking Bonaduce. Oh, what is it?
Oh my
you keep saying Breaking Bonaduce. It's not that.
It's never going to be Bonaduce, ever. It's always going to amount to your hand being smacked every time you say Bonaduce. So never say it again. Danny?
You got a rubber band?
Thanks, Bill.
Danny?
I'm going for that knuckle next.
Or breaking.
Breaking Why am I blanking?
We'll need an answer
immediately.
Breaking
in 5.
Danny Bonaducey.
That is another name. It will never be Douchey. His name is not Deuce or Douchey ever. No matter how many times you say it, it will never be correct, and will always get you a slap on the hand.
I'm going for the rat trap. I mean, let's go.
No.
So now you got to remember.
All right, let's go.
I got one more try and then the rat trap.
That's right.
And
you can either...
Come on, man. It's tough love. Let's
Danny,
go. Get your shit together.
I will give him an option. See, we should be doing a game show.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
You could try... You could try again. And if you... Wait. How can we do this? We could stop the pain right now if you take one in the rat trap.
Or you can risk it all.
And try to get it right.
And try to get it right for the next 20 minutes or so.
Right, 15 minutes. You can end the pain with one hand to the rat trap.
And we'll tell you his name.
Or you could try. And every time you get it wrong, you get a knuckle slap.
Dude, get it over with.
See what that feels like.
Yeah, I'll take...
Do it again.
On,
What's his name?
Like a rat.
Danny.
And I start hitting harder.
Danny. Breaking.
Danny Bonnet. Why do I keep on repeating the same thing? Breaking.
Danny stars in Breaking.
Bonaduce.
Oh, that was a harder one.
I said I'm getting harder.
And they're going to keep getting harder, man.
Oh, my God.
You could either
Why did you say that? Why are you saying it over and over and over? I don't know. It is not his name.
The rat trap is set. It's really up to you. You can end the pain or try again.
Is it painful?
It's a rat trap with
you
big
will
teeth.
scream.
Oh.
It kills a rat. What do you think?
You could go in sideways like that. Or you could try again. No, you have to hit down on the lever, and then it's over. Or you got to try it again.
You got to do it like Liberace,
right,
tickling the keys. Just stick.
Why don't
your
you try
fingers
again?
in.
I have faith in you,
Danny.
Bonaduce.
Oh, he's hitting harder, folks.
Yeah.
Your hand is red.
Yeah.
You want to end the pain with the rat trap? He punched out!
The name is Bonaducey.
Look at his face.
Danny Bonaducey.
How bad is that rat trap?
It's pretty bad.
Now, wait a minute. What's his name?
What's his name?
Danny Bonaduce.
No! Oh, my God. It's Bonaducey. What's his name?
Ducey.
Bonaduce.
Jesus.
Holy crap.
I want to ask him in 10 seconds. Hold on. Don't say his name.
No, wait, just wait. Douchey. Douchey.
And 9, 10. What's his name? Danny?
Bonaduce.
No! Oh, my God.
It's Danny Bonaduce.
Danny Bonaduce.
Right.
All right, we're going to test you in 10 seconds.
10 seconds from now. Douche.
What is his name?
Danny Bonaduce.
Hey! There you go.
You got him. It's all conditioning, folks.
He literally leaned to one side and was just focusing.
Oh, my God. Let me see your hand. Wow. Oh, you are red.
It's my BlackBerry hand.
Boy, he nailed your knuckles.
That's not good. BlackBerry.
All right, well, oh, wait, Danny's back. Danny.
Yeah.
What happened?
Hold on a second. Honey, come here. Yeah. Sophie and Anthony, they want to talk to you.
I hate you guys.
How'd it go?
How do you think it went?
Well,
you sound pretty happy.
Am I happy? Always.
So it was that fast? You went through everything, clean up and everything?
Absolutely. Making some coffee, getting on my day. Thank you very much for starting it so nicely.
Coffee. Getting on my belly.
Oh, my gosh. What a lecherous pig. That's all he wants to talk about. When are we going to do it? When are we going to do it? How long is it going to take? What's it going to be like?
So after he hung up, you guys ran up. You ran upstairs and got it done?
Yes, we did.
What position did we go with?
Vanilla, the regular one.
Missionary.
Unleaded.
Missionary.
You know what? They want details. You should take them.
Did you reach down?
Dude, well, first of all, if there was a choice between vanilla and something besides vanilla, I'd pick it.
It's just hop on top and...
Hold on. Do you remember the last time I picked chocolate? How pissed off you were? Not asking so hard now, are you?
So you guys ran upstairs and got the job done?
Oh, dude, I don't know what you guys got yourselves involved in while you were gone, but I'm telling you, I've worked this out to a science. We did it. I smoked an entire cigarette and watched part of the Today Show before you called back.
Oh, very nice. Roland, you got a question for Danny? Roland is our, he gets all our celebrity guests for the Opie and Anthony show. You want to hear how he says your name?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Roland.
Danny Bonaduce.
Oh, my God. I cannot fathom. We've been, since we talked to you last, before you had sex, till now, we have spent the entire time beating this guy's hand with a remote control to a television every time he says your name wrong. And he cannot get it right. We finally made him stick his hand in a rat trap, and then we told him your name, and he still gets it wrong.
Now, just because I do things like that just for fun to see how much a rat trap would hurt, I don't have an incredible amount of sympathy, but who can't say Bonadouchey? Bonadouchey, how hard is that?
There it is. Now wait 10 seconds. Watch this. We'll just wait. And then say what he was saying, deuce and douchey all the time. He's saying deuce, douchey, deuce.
10 seconds.
All right, what's his name?
Danny Bonaduce.
No! Fucking idiot!
I swear, you are lucky that I have at least released part of my testosterone. I'm not afraid to beat you right now.
His hand's in pretty bad shape, actually.
Wow.
The knuckles are real red.
Yeah, we took care of him for you.
Yeah, we definitely took care of him.
The attention span of a goldfish.
You took care of me this morning, too. God bless you.
Anything we can do, Danny.
You won't forget us anytime soon, Danny.
Thanks, man.
Not anytime soon. My day is made, and you guys, people have done some nice stuff for me, but you guys are now officially top the list.
All right. Thank you, Danny.
Thank you.
Danny Bonaduce.
Oh, oh my God.
There goes Danny.
You are gold. How we missed him. He's been right in front of us.
I like how on Pal Talk he looks like Andre Agassi. Look at him.
Andre Agassi. Who?
Hey, turn that paper over for a second. All right. Rob on Long Island, what's up?
How does he pronounce the bag made by the designer, Gucci? Does he know that name?
Gucci.
Yes. You wouldn't say Goosey or Gucci. It's Gucci, right?
Moss would say Gucci.
So
I got Bonnie a Gucci.
So knowing that now, his name is Danny
Deuce.
Yes, Danny Deuce.
Danny Bonaduce.
I don't know why I could do this all day. It seems like we have.
Yeah, well. Let's go to Chris in Ohio. Chris?
Roland, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's your job to know who you're speaking with, right?
Yeah.
The fact that he said his name 5 seconds before he got off the phone would make you think, Ducci, Bonaduce, you fucking heard it. Like,
the audience is so pissed off. You fucking heard it.
You fucking heard it, you idiot.
Oh, I love it.
That's funny, though.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's say hi to Crockett in Canada. Crockett.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Good,
Crockett.
Roland, my friend. You know what?
It's terrible. I've got a 3-year-old buddy that could say the word perfectly, and it's just sad to hear that that's your business. And I don't know if you're getting paid well to do this or not, but it's not good. Opie and Anthony, love you guys. First time calling.
Yes, sir.
You guys killed last night.
Thank you, Crockett.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
I hope to see you soon. What's that?
No, we're just playing a clip. Thanks, Crockett. We appreciate that. All right. So, wow, a star is born today.
Yeah.
A star is born. He's been just sitting around for what?
Bonaduce.
How long you been with us now?
A year.
A year.
A year.
Great. We could have been doing this a year ago.
I'm walking around for a year. Think of the names he could have been mispronouncing.
Danielle.
Oh, my gosh. I've never called you guys before. Okay, I'm totally off subject, but I just woke up. I'm in California, and I watched your, I'm so nervous. I watched your Letterman appearance on my DVR, and I just wanted to tell you guys were so good. And that's it.
Thank you.
Are you on something?
No, I just woke up. I'm in California.
Are you shaking your hands as you're talking? Like, oh my guys.
Guys.
I'm totally shaking my hands because I'm so nervous, and I'm such a huge fan of you guys.
Oh, thank you, Danielle.
You guys. And I can't believe you guys were nervous. I think you guys were faking being nervous because you looked so relaxed and you guys.
I know that's
so
the weird
good.
part because the build-up, we admitted to everybody we were really nervous, but when we got out there, I don't know what happened. It just came together.
You were so good and so funny, and you guys looked great, and I loved watching you. And that's it.
Thank you, Danielle.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
All right, there she goes. She's in San Diego. Our new stalker. All right, we're out of here.
We're done.
Did Steve put up the
I need a
Letterman
nap.
thing?
I don't know.
All right. We were only going to do radio till 10, but...
yeah, see, you got bonus show, people.
Thanks to Roland. Well, we were allowed to take today off, and we said we should come in and talk about the Letterman thing over and over and over again. Bill Burr, thank you.
Bill, always a pleasure. Thank you for the book.
Oh, yeah.
BillBurr.com.
Enjoy putting your mouse on top of it.
Yes, I will.
BillBurr.com, right?
Yeah, myspace.com.
And we'll see you a week from today when we're in Philly for the O&A Traveling Virus.
Bill Absolutely. Hey, when's Tommy Lee coming in?
Who? Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee.
And this guy's name is?
Danny Bonaduce.
You gotta love him. How could you not?
Oh my God, it's unbelievable!
Wow, yeah, I love it.
Don't forget about the $10 lawn seats for the Camden show in Philly, in the Philly area. All the info is up on opieandanthony.com.
It's going to be a great time.
We got 10 comics. It's going to be amazing. We can't wait. And maybe we'll even get Roland up there to do a little something now.
Yeah, we'll give him celebrity names.
Just to pronounce,
all you have to do is just have, as long as they're spelt a little weird, that
Right.
just gets in his head and he can't get it out.
How great in front
This
of
is the level moron that you've achieved, that we're actually talking about you like you're not even in the room.
We should do about 10,000 people in the Philly area. We should have him try to say Danny's name in front of everybody.
Yeah, just have the whole crowd. Deuce, deuce,
deuce. All right, guys, we had a lot of fun. Steve, what do we got? What do we got up on the website there?
We have the YouTube version of you guys on Letterman right now.
What is that?
It's a crappy version until I can get the real one up. I just got to shrink it down so it's not a 100 megabyte file.
Shrink it down.
Exactly.
Very complicated procedure.
Anything else, Steve?
And no, that's it. And the video of you guys arriving and throwing money to the crowd and leaving the Letterman studios.
Did he get that from the CBS people?
No, got it from.
Supposedly, the CBS people are going to give us their footage that they used on the show. The raw
really?
footage. Yeah,
I will get in touch with Maria Pope, the producer.
She was great.
Yeah,
she was great to us. Everybody at the Letterman studio was great to us. So thank you. I'm going to have a great weekend. I hope everyone else does. Thanks, Roland. Thanks, Bill Burr.
No problem.
Thanks, Brother Elmo.
Sure.
What are you promoting?
We're going to have that comedy night, Last Pest Standing, October 7th
Jesus.
at F.H. Riley. So if you want to do a bit, go to me on MySpace / Brother Elmo. Let me know what you want to do.
I'm buying beers at F.H. Riley's all
Where
weekend.
is that at, anyways? I always say you bring it F.H. Riley's.
It's in Huntington. We'll have to bring you out there. It really is a great place.
Do it.
No, I'm serious. It's a great place.
When I go out there when the Islanders have a game, is that along the way?
Yeah, we'll do an Islander Bruins game or so.
Nice.
And we'll figure it out. All right, guys.
All right, everybody. Great. Have a great holiday weekend there, Opie.
Yeah, why don't you guys hug to end the show?
Yeah, there'll be no hugging.
Yeah, we're back.
These are the guys I know.
We're back to
love.
normal.
We're back to normal.
Good to see it.
We were
Yeah.
just overcome with
Aware.
emotion yesterday after the appearance.
Yeah, we'll overcome.
All right.
Later, mother.
Oh, wait, I'll end with this from Inside Radio. The reviews are coming in. Opie and Anthony's score on Letterman last night with their Howard Stern impression. You've got to admit, Anthony Cumia does Stern accent and I Invented Everything ego pretty well. The audience loved it. O&A tell Dave about getting fired in Boston and New York and then sitting on the beach and being bored for 2 years after Sex for Sam. Good first appearance for them on The Late Show.
And more to come.
All right, guys. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Tuesday. We're taking a long weekend. Peace.
Later.
Oh.